everyone. This is Bob Berry, along with the Sports Information Director at the University of Oklahoma, John Keith. And welcome to the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, and the broadcast of the Oklahoma-Texas game, the 67th renewal of this dramatic series. Oklahoma comes into the game a favorite, and in some quarters, a heavy favorite. Texas wanting to get revenge for the loss last year, 48-27. We have a beautiful sunshiny sky. The Goodyear blimp is overhead. We will have a packed house here at the Cotton Bowl. The music you hear in the background is the University of Texas Longhorn Marching Band. Oklahoma is the home team this year, so the Sooners will be decked out in their home red jerseys. Texas will be in white with the burnt orange piping on the uniforms. We'll be back to tell you the story of the game. We'll be back with more pregame warm-up in 30 seconds.
From the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, this is OU Football, the pregame show brought to you by Casuals Incorporated, Little Audrey's Boutique, and all the King's Men, clothing leaders in Oklahoma City. Today, the Longhorns of Texas take on the Oklahoma Sooners. And from the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, here's Bob Berry.
Well, the Oklahoma-Texas football game is just a few minutes away, and it has been anticipated for many, many weeks, if not a full year, from the end of last year's game. Certainly by the Texas fans who were irate when their team lost to Oklahoma last year. The Sooners were an underdog in that game a year ago. They come into this game today as the favorite. The game has been sold out for 27 straight seasons, 1946 to 1972 inclusive. And right at the start of our broadcast, we would like to say and welcome our many listeners around the world on American Forces Radio. We're happy to have you with us wherever you may be on the in the service of the United States the world over. Let's go over now to John Keith, the Sports Information Director at the University of Oklahoma, for his comments and analysis in our pregame show. John?
It'd probably be a pretty safe assumption that Darell Royal will tell his Texas football team to try and keep control of the ball as much as possible. I know at a press conference during the week here about Wednesday, Darell were talking to some of the writers in Dallas and told them that Oklahoma just has the football forever, that whoever they played so far this year has had no chance to get control of it. So I think probably you'll see Texas trying to bang out 3 and 4 yards of whack through the middle, trying to overpower Oklahoma's defensive line. And I think the real test for Oklahoma will be on defense today. And, of course, offensively, too, they face a pretty stiff Texas defense. But defensively, Oklahoma will have to watch out for the running of Texas fullback Roosevelt Leaks, who's real strong and fast and got good speed and has broken for a couple of long touchdown runs this year. And, of course, Texas's two halfbacks, Lonnie Bennett and Don Burrisk, are good runners, too. The trick will be trying to stop Texas up the middle would be my guess, Bob.
And as far as Oklahoma and Texas are concerned, and the games leading into this contest, Texas beat Miami of Florida 23-10. They defeated Texas Tech 25-20, and they defeated Utah State a week ago in a night game at Austin 27-12. The Oklahoma Sooners all victorious 49-0 over Utah State, the only common opponent of the two teams. They beat Oregon 68-3, and Oklahoma defeated Clemson 52-3 2 weeks ago. They had the week off last week. The Sooner defense has not yet been scored on other than by a field goal. And we might speculate that Texas might kick through a couple of field goals today. Their two field goal kickers, Billy Schott and Mike Dean, were very impressive in the pregame warm-up, and as a matter of fact have been in early games for Texas. The story of the Texas team, many of the players in the skilled positions are new to the Texas team this year. That is, they're sophomores, or even if they are upperclassmen, they did not play regularly in past seasons. While Oklahoma is a veteran seasoned ball club, except at quarterback, where Dave Robertson, who is a senior and played behind the great Jack Mildren last year, is having his first go at the starting job this year. And then a freshman, Kerry Jackson from Galveston, who's played in the first 3 ball games a considerable amount. But except at that quarterback position, Oklahoma is a seasoned veteran team on the offense and even on the defense. Let's have a look now at the starting lineups for these two ball clubs. First of all, the University of Texas Longhorns, 3-0 on the year, as we mentioned, coached by Darell Royal, who played his college ball at the University of Oklahoma. At tight end, Julius Whittier from San Antonio, Texas, a senior, 2-year letterman, philosophy major, 22, 5'10", and 200 pounds. At left tackle, Bill Wyman from Spring Branch, Texas, a junior, 1-year letterman, natural science major, 20, 6'2", and 232. At left guard, Don Crossland from Deer Park, Texas, a junior, 1-year letterman, phys ed major, 22, 6'1", and 230 pounds. At center will be Bob Tresh, He's from Houston, Texas, a sophomore, business major, 26'4" and 240. The right guard is Travis Roach, who has been injured but is back in action this week for Texas, and he's a fine ball player. Travis Roach from Marlin, Texas, a senior, two-year letterman, business major, 22'6'3" and 250 pounds. At right tackle, Jerry Sizemore, a great player, Plainview, Texas senior, two-year letterman, phys ed major, 21'6'4" and 260. And starting at split end will be Jim Moore from Clarendon, Texas, a junior, one-year letterman, phys ed major, 25'10" and 174. Julius Whittier and Jim Moore at the ends, Bill Wyman and Jerry Sizemore at the tackles, Don Crossland and Travis Roach at the guards, and Bob Tresh is the center. In the Texas backfield at quarterback, the co-captain Alan Lowry, who was an all-conference defensive back last year, but is the Texas quarterback this year, and the co-captain, he's a two-year letterman from Irving, Texas, a senior, phys ed major, 21'5'10" and 188. He leads the Texas team in rushing the ball. He's carried 61 times for 329 net yards, a 5.4 yard per carry average. The Oklahoma marching band is on the field. That's the cheer you hear in the background. So Alan Lowry will be at quarterback. At left half, Lonnie Bennett from Bonham, Texas, a junior, one-year letterman, advertising major, 25'8" and 180. At right half, Tommy Landry will start in place of the injured Don Burrusk. Burrusk will probably see some action, but Tommy Landry, we are told, will start. He's from Port Neches, Texas, a junior, one-year letterman, phys ed major, 25'11", 188. And the fullback, Roosevelt Leaks from Brenham, Texas, a sophomore, phys ed major, 19'5'11", 205. Alan Lowry, Lonnie Bennett, Tommy Landry, and Roosevelt Leaks in that Texas backfield. We'll have a look at the Oklahoma starting lineup in a moment, but first let's remind you we'll be back with more in just 60 seconds.
Hello, everyone. John Dawson again with a final word about that going out of business sale of Casuals Incorporated. By authority of City License 17021, the directors of Casuals Incorporated.
Looking at the starting lineup for the University of Oklahoma, tight end Albert Chandler from Oklahoma City Douglas. He's a senior, two-year letterman, business management major, 21'6'2" and 233. At left tackle, Dean Unruh from Lakewood, Colorado, a sophomore, or rather a senior, two-year letterman, petroleum land management major, 21'6'3" and 240. Unruh at left tackle. At left guard, Robert Jensen from Yukon, Oklahoma, senior, one-year letterman, business management major, 22'6'4" and 249. At center, Tom Brahaney from Midland, Texas, a senior, two-year letterman, All-American, petroleum land management major, 20'6'2" and 227. At right guard, Ken Jones from Omaha, Nebraska, senior, two-year letterman, finance major, 22'6'3" and 235, was the National Lineman of the Week about 3 weeks ago. At right tackle, Eddie Foster from Monahans, Texas, a junior, one-year letterman, business marketing major, 21'6'4" and 243. And the split end back in action after being injured a couple of games ago, John Carroll from Norman, Oklahoma, junior, one-year letterman, business major, 26'4" and 207. So it's Chandler and Carroll at the ends, Unruh and Foster at the tackles, Jensen and Jones at the guards, and Tom Brahaney the center for Oklahoma. In the backfield, starting at quarterback will be Dave Robertson from Garden Grove, California, senior, one-year letterman, business education major, 21'6'2" and 196. Dave Robertson on the year has 10 completions in 15 attempts, has had no intercepted passes for 66.7% passing. Robertson at quarterback. At left half, Joe Wiley from Henderson, Texas, senior, two-year letterman, accounting major, 21'6'0" and 188. The right half is Greg Pruitt, All-American and Heisman Trophy candidate. Pruitt from Houston, Texas, a senior, two-year letterman, business major, 21'5'9" and 177. And Pruitt on the year is averaging 6 yards per carry. At fullback, Leon Crosswhite back in action after being injured. Two-year letterman from Hennessy, Oklahoma, senior, advertising major, 21'6'1" and 213. That's the starting lineup for Oklahoma. Robertson, Wiley, Pruitt, and Crosswhite in the backfield. We'll be back with more in just 60 seconds.
Hello, everyone. This is John Dawson.
Their ability. May both winner and loser manifest maturity. Father, come into our busy and hectic lives with your peace and presence. Help us to know that you are God. In Jesus' name, amen. By Dr. Bruce Govich and conducted by Vincent R. Danino, Director of Bands at the University of Texas. Our national anthem.
tremendous roar goes up from the crowd after the playing of the national anthem by the Pride of Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Marching Band. An interesting statistic that John Keith, the sports information director of the University of Oklahoma, has supplied us. The most yards rushing ever gained in this game was by Willard Douglas of Oklahoma, 220 yards in the 1908 game, and he gained those yards on the tackle around play. He was a tackle. The OU marching band forming the interlocking OU, marching off the band as the center team comes onto the field.
That was a great statistic you just handed us there, Bob. And I forgot I even had that thing in the brochure myself. Probably the main thing that Oklahoma on offense will be looking for today is the good health of split end John Carroll, who bruised the knee earlier in the season, and fullback Leon Crosswhite's separated shoulder, which we hope has grown back together and healed. We hope that both of these boys can get through the contest, taking the punishment, and go on and play the rest of the season.
The officials for today's game, the referee Vance Carlson, the umpire Richard Stovall, the linesman Wendell Winkler, the line judge is Glenn Lipman, the field judge Ed Ward, and the back judge is Ed Merrifield. And now we'll tell you, we'll be back in 90 seconds for the kickoff.
Oklahoma University football brought to you in part by Fidelity Bank, center of the city, home of the movers. Globe Life Insurance Company, the Good Life Insurance Company. Kerr McGee service stations making an honest effort to deserve your business with fine gasolines and Blue Velvet motor oil. The Greater Oklahoma City Dodge dealers. Expert care and engineering makes the difference in Dodge. Depend on it. Wilson Certified Foods. All we want to do is make you happy. And now on KTOK Oklahoma City, it's Oklahoma University football.
All we want to do is make you happy. That's our intention. Just make you happy and pleased you did business with Wilson Certified. Take Wilson Certified tender-made boneless smoked ham, tender-made canned ham, hickory smoked ham, honey cured ham, each fully cooked. Now, we don't claim they're in every way superior to our respected competitors, but that's what we've been after since 1853. All we want to do is make you
You're
happy.
always a winner when you serve up a Wilson Certified ham. Wilson Certified at your supermarket. The Dodge Boys present the best show in town. Thrill as you never thrilled before at the 1973 Dodges. Marvel at the convertible, the new Dodge Dart Sport. Slide its sunroof. Fold down its rear seat. Gasp as 5 big men get into it. The 1973 Dodge Dart Sport. The convertible. You'll tremble with delight as the good guys in the white hats deal your way. You and the Dodge Boys together again in the spectacle of the year. See it. The Dodge Boys present the best show in town. See the best show in town now at Bill Pugh Dodge, 2712 South Midwest Boulevard, Midwest City.
And the start of the 67th renewal of the Oklahoma-Texas series. There's the whistle. Fulcher approaches the ball, and there's the kick. It's end over end, going 5 yards deep in the end zone. It's taken by Paget, and he'll touch it down, and it'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. So Texas will start at their own 20, first down and 10 yards to go. Rick Fulcher, who was pressed into service to do the kicking off and the extra point kicking and field goal kicking when John Carroll was injured, put it 5 yards deep in the end zone, and that's what the coach likes to see on any team. Now we'll check the Texas offense. Alan Lowry, Lonnie Bennett, Tommy Landry, and Roosevelt Leaks. Landry starting in place of Don Burrisk at right halfback. Landry goes in the slot to the right as Texas split in. Jim Moore splits to the right side. Quarterback is Alan Lowry. Lowry takes the snap, gives to Roosevelt Leaks. He's hit at the line, drives forward with good determination and has 3 yards up to the 23-yard line. That's Roosevelt Leaks, dropped by Gary Backus, Raymond Hamilton, and John Milstead. Roosevelt Leaks is a fine sophomore football player from Brenham, Texas, 19-5-11-205. 2nd and 7 for Texas at their own 23. 14:39 to go in the first quarter. We're just underway, and there is no score. The split end is now Pat Kelly. He's wide to the right. In the slot is Tommy Landry to the right side. Quarterback is Lowry from the Texas 23, 2nd down 7. Lowry fakes to his right, running to his left, cuts in, good hold, 28, 30, 33-yard line, down by John Milstead, up at the Texas 33 and possibly the 34. Fine run by Alan Lowry, who got in the crack in between the defensive end and tackle, as he got some fine blocking from Bill Wyman and tight end Julius Whittier, and went from the 23 up to the 33, and it's a first down number 1 for Texas at their own 33-yard line. Pat Kelly wide right. Tommy Landry in the slot to the right. Quarterback Marty Akins his first snap from center. From the Texas 33, Akins goes to his right, fakes the pitch. Now he does pitch to Lonnie Bennett. He's hit behind the line and tackled right at the line of scrimmage. John Milstead, the linebacker from Athens, Texas, makes the tackle on the pitchman. That was Lonnie Bennett, the left half, coming to his right. They give him about a yard on the play. Let's call it a 1-yard gain. Second down, 9 for Texas. And now here is Alan Lowry, who had been injured a play earlier, who is back in the lineup. So the starting Texas quarterback, who is the leading rusher for Texas, back in there on a 2nd and 9 for the Longhorns at their own 34-yard line. Lonnie Bennett in the slot to the left. The split end is Pat Kelly wide left from the Texas 34-yard line. Lowry to Roosevelt Leaks. He's belted at the line of scrimmage by Rod Schote, but fights forward up to the 37-yard line. Roosevelt Leaks does not go down easily. Schote had to really pull him down at the 37-yard line, and it's a pickup of 3 yards, and will bring up the first test for Texas as far as a down situation is concerned. Third from the 37, and 6 yards to go for the Longhorns. They must go up their own 43 for the first down. So Texas will be trying to convert this into a first down. 3rd and 6 from the Texas 37. Alan Lowry calls the signals, gets the snap, looks up, throws a quick pass, complete at the 46 for the first down for Texas, as he's tackled immediately at the Texas 46 by Kenneth Pope. With help from Randy Hughes, the pass went to split in Jim Moore. So Texas, a gain of 9 yards from the 37 to their own 46 on a quick look-in pass as the split in just veered back toward the middle. Caught the ball and picked up the second first down for the Texas Longhorns at their own 46. Texas very patient of their offense, and that's what the wishbone is. If it's anything, it's a patient type of offense. Pat Kelly split wide to the right. Tommy Landry in the slot to the right side. That's the wide side of the field. Here's Lowry handing to Roosevelt Leaks over right guard, and he's up to the 48-yard line. Lucius Selman, nose guard for Oklahoma, on the tackle initially with help from Darell Moore and linebacker Rod Schote. The gain from the Texas 46 to the Texas 48, a 2-yard pickup for Roosevelt Leaks. 12 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the first period. No score. Texas has moved in 6 plays from their own 20 to their own 48-yard line, and 1 pass completion in the process. Jim Moore now the split end. He comes to the right. In the slot to the right is Tommy Landry from the 48 in Texas territory. Here's Lowry. He's hit before he can pitch back. He pitches back anyway. The fumble is recovered, or it's fumbled again after it first was recovered by Texas. The ball was loose again, and Oklahoma recovers at the Texas 45. Lonnie Bennett fumbled the bad pitch out from Alan Lowry, who was actually hit before he could pitch out. He tried to pitch out anyway. Bennett appeared to fall on it, then he lost it, and Rod Schote recovered it.
Oklahoma's interior line broke right through there and surprised Alan Lowry, the quarterback. It came up on him so fast he didn't know what to do with it, and that's the kind of rush you want.
They get it at the Texas 45-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. Dave Robertson gives to the fullback, cross-wide, over left guard, has about 3 from the 45 to the 42. Doug English, the right tackle for Texas, brings him down. Bill Rutherford, Fred Curran, Doug English, Malcolm Minnick across the 4-man Texas front. Tommy Lee, Glenn Gaspard, Randy Brabant, and Sherman Lee are the linebackers. Mike Bayer and Mike Rowan, the defensive halves, and Adrian Ford is the safety. That was a gain of 3. A little less than 3 to be technically correct, and will bring up second down play, a little more than 7 yards to go for Oklahoma at the Texas 42. This on the first offensive possession for the Sooners. John Carroll is the split end to the right. Dave Robertson gets the snap from center. Running to his right, cuts in over tackle, crosses the 40 down to the 37-yard line. Will be 2 yards away from the first down with 10:55 to go in the first quarter and no score. Glenn Gaspard and Randy Brabant, 2 fine linebackers for Texas, making the tackle. The ball at the Texas 37. The Sooners face their first test of a third down situation, converting it into a first down. Texas is 1 for 1 in that department. The ball at the Texas 37, and it's a 3rd and 2 for Oklahoma. Backfield of Dave Robertson, Joe Wiley, Greg Pruitt, and Leon Crosswhite. Sooners in their wishbone, intact. Carroll splits to the left. Dave Robertson checks the Texas defense, a 6-man front. Here's Robertson to Crosswhite, down the middle, has the first down, leans down close to the 32-yard line. A great effort by Crosswhite. Doug English makes the tackle, and Ken Jones has been injured for Oklahoma. It appears his arm is injured, and he will be replaced by John McLaughlin, who's from Westminster, California. That's the first down for the Sooners as Crosswhite got from the 37 down to the 32 in Texas territory, a 5-yard pickup for the Oklahoma Sooners. So Ken Jones out of the lineup. He was the National Lineman of the Week after the Oregon game. He's replaced by John McLaughlin. Oklahoma first down number 1 in the game at the Texas 32-yard line. Here's Dave Robertson. Counterplay to Pruitt. Over the right tackle. To the 25. To the 20. To the 15. To the 10. To the 7-yard line. And maybe the 6. Greg Pruitt. Great block by John McLaughlin and Eddie Foster. A A 26-yard scamper from the Texas 32 to the Texas 6-yard line.
Of course, that's a fine run by Greg, but Oklahoma's offensive line just blew that hole open there, and they've done a wonderful job blocking all year. You can't say enough about a big, strong offensive line that fires out like the Sooners do.
26-yard gain for Pruitt, and Oklahoma first and goal with their second first down in their hip pocket. First and goal from the Texas 6. Dave Robertson snaps the ball, gives to Wiley, over right tackle. He fumbles the ball, and it's loose, and Texas has it at the 3-yard line. Texas makes the fumble recovery as Joe Wiley was back hard at about the 2. The ball fumbled backwards, actually, and Texas makes the recovery. So both teams have turned it over on the fumble, and the official has the nose of the football at the 4-yard line. Malcolm Minnick makes the fumble recovery. So then in a typical Oklahoma-Texas battle, the Longhorns get it on the turnover after the Sooners had gotten it on a Texas turnover, and with 9:27 to go in the first period, no score, and Texas starts their offense from their own 4-yard line on their second offensive possession. And we'll check the backfield for the Longhorns. Alan Lowry remains at quarterback. Down here deep in their own territory, Jim Moore is wide to the right. Alan Lowry, the quarterback, waiting the snap from center. He gets it. He's back into the end zone to throw a pass. He's hit just as he throws the pass. The ball is in the air, and it is incomplete in the area of the Texas 37-yard line, intended for split in Jim Moore. Defending on the play was Kenneth Pope and also Larry Roach. 1 of 2 passing for Alan Lowry, and it's 2nd and 10 for Texas at their own 4. Derlin Moore and Raymond Hamilton, the 2 tackles for Oklahoma, put on a splendid rush that time.
Raymond got in there awful fast, did a fine job of brushing back the tackle and making it in there.
Pat Kelly splits to the right for Texas. Texas 2nd and 10 from their own 4-yard line. No score. Midway through the first period. Alan Lowry, the quarterback. Once again, back in the end zone to pass. Good protection this time. Throws upfield. It's off the fingertips of the intended receiver, and that would be Pat Kelly at the 25-yard line. It hit him in the hands. Roach hit Kelly, and then the ball went free and incomplete. And it's 3rd and 10. Daring play on the hands on the part of Texas as they passed twice from their own 4-yard line out of the wishbone. John, that's got to be a little bit different.
Bob, I think they probably figured they have to do a little something different at this stage of the game, but Larry Roach played that just right. When the boy caught the ball, he hit him and then knocked the ball loose from it.
Jim Moore back in at split end for Texas. 3rd and 10 from the Texas 4-yard line. The Sooners loosen up their defense a bit. From the Texas 4, Alan Lowry with the long signal count. Again, back in the end zone to pass. Good protection. Throws upfield. Complete at the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and out of bounds at the 26-yard line to Jim Moore. A gain of 22 yards, and Texas threw 3 times from their own 4. The 3rd time they've made it work. And that's the 3rd first down for Texas, and they're out of their shadow of their own goal post at their own 26-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go.
Darell Royal doesn't like to throw the football. He said it 1,000 times, and I'll bet you his heart was right up in his throat on all 3 of those passes, but it worked for him.
Texas 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Jim Moore wide to the right. Lonnie Bennett goes in the slot wide to the left. Moore and Bennett wide left, both of them. Here's Alan Lowry faking the handoff. Now he pitches to Landry, who's smashed down hard after a short gain from the 26 to the 28, Gary Backus. Tommy Landry, the halfback, came to the right that time, which was the short side of the field, and was hit down after only a 2-yard pickup to the 28 in Texas territory. It's 2nd down and 8 for the Longhorns. Replacement David Smith in the ball game for Oklahoma in place of John Milstead at linebacker on the left side. Roderick Schote and David Smith, the linebackers then for the Sooners. Texas comes out of the huddle, and Bennett goes wide left, as does Pat Kelly. 2nd down 8 from their own 28-yard line. Oklahoma with a 5-man front. Alan Lowry back to pass. He looks up. He throws a blooper-type pass, incomplete at the 48-yard line in Texas territory. That was a poor pass that time, the first actually poor pass that Lowry has thrown today. He's 2 of 5. The pass was intended for tight end Rick Davis. It's a 3rd down and 8 for Texas from their own 28. Dan Ruster was defending on the play. 2 replacements into the Texas lineup. At split end, Jim Moore is back in, and now Julius Whittier is in at tight end in place of Rick Davis. We have 8 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the first quarter, and there's no score. Jim Moore is wide left. Lonnie Bennett in the slot to the left side. Tommy Landry is the right halfback. 3rd and 8 from the Texas 28. Lowry is hit. What's a draw play to Leaks? He's free at the 30, at the 35, and the 40-yard line, and just across it, a great draw play that had your announcer fake down as Roosevelt Leaks got the quick handoff from quarterback Alan Lowry, came right up the middle of the center defense and got that first down, going from the 28 to the 40-yard line and just across it. Let's call it the Texas 41. 4th first down for Texas as they've marched from their own 4 to their own 41. And in just 6 plays, the ball just downfield from the Texas 41. 1st and 10 Longhorns, who've dominated the ball on offense thus far. The wishbone intact this time for the Longhorns. Alan Lowry, the quarterback, calls the signals. He fakes to Leaks. He pitches it back. The ball is fumbled. It's free. And Oklahoma recovers. Kenneth Pope recovers it at about the Texas 32-yard line.
That was a real fine play by Kenneth Pope, who hit Leaks, that knocked the ball loose, and then went and fell on the ball. Double duty, Bob.
Kenneth Pope, who is a fine defensive back, was injured and did not play the last game, that is against Clemson 2 weeks ago, but it's back in there today. And Oklahoma at the Texas 32 has their second fumble recovery of the afternoon. Oklahoma at the Texas 32, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Dave Robertson is the quarterback. He gets to Crosswhite over left guard, and there's not much there. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage and may have gotten a half-yard gain. Fred Curran, the left tackle for Texas, brought him down. He's from Wichita Falls, a sophomore. Crosswhite, let's say he got a yard, the 31. It's 2nd down, actually a little more than 9 yards to go for Oklahoma at the Texas 31. A backfield of Dave Robertson, Joe Wiley, Greg Pruitt, and Leon Crosswhite with 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter and no score. John Carroll, the split end for the Sooners, is to the right side. The ball in the center of the field laterally. Dave Robertson sees the Texas defense in a 6-man front. Robertson gets the snap from center. He's down the line of scrimmage. He's keeping. He's at the 30. Cuts back to the 25. Robertson to the 20. Robertson to the 18-yard line. And he's tackled there at the Texas 18 by Adrian Ford, the safety. A 14-yard gain. And the third first down for the Sooners in the game. The ball at the Texas 18-yard line is Dave Robertson, who's not known for his running. Coming into the game, Robertson had averaged only 1.4 yards per carry on 18 carries. That time got a gain from the 31 down to the 18-yard line. So a 13-yard pickup gives Oklahoma 1st and 10 at the Texas 18. John Carroll wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field. Dave Robertson looks over the Texas defense. Oklahoma's wishbone is intact. Here's Robertson down the line of scrimmage. Robertson keeps the ball. Robertson is neck tackled at the 20 for a loss of 2. Good defensive play on the part of Doug English, the right tackle for the Texas Longhorns. And a 2-yard loss resulted. 2nd and 12 for Oklahoma at the Texas 20.
Coach Chuck Fairbanks is totally Oklahoma people that we're going to get some defensive setbacks. Texas is going to set our offense back a little bit. They're the toughest defensive team we've played to date, and we've got to shake those off and keep coming back. Let's see if the Sooners can do that.
6:25 to go in the first quarter. There's no score. Oklahoma got down close to the Texas goal line, only to fumble it away earlier. Texas has fumbled it away twice. Neither team has yet had to punt the ball. Oklahoma with 2 split ends. Back to pass is Robertson. He looks. He throws. Way underthrown, very nearly intercepted. The pass intended for John Carroll, the split end, and defending on the play was Mickey Melanchon, who is the cornerback on the left side. That pass was way underthrown by Robertson. And it's 3rd and 12. That's the first pass thrown today by Dave Robertson, or by the Sooners. Of course, Dave's been in there as the starting quarterback all the way thus far. 3rd and 12 for Oklahoma at the Texas 20-yard line with 6 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the first quarter. A backfield of Dave Robertson, Joe Wiley, Greg Pruitt, and Leon Crosswhite for Oklahoma. Ball squarely at the Texas 20 and in the center of the field laterally. The All-American center Tom Brahaney is up over the ball. Carroll is wide to the right. The tight end is Albert Chandler on the left. Texas with a stunning defense. Robertson rolling back. He throws the pass. Incomplete. Overthrown. Intended for Wiley at the 13-yard line. Defending was linebacker Glenn Gaspard, but Wiley was open. The pass simply overthrown. And Rick Fulcher comes in to try a field goal, and this will be a long one, we would guess, in the area of 38 yards. Rick Fulcher did a fine job kicking in place of the injured John Carroll 2 weeks ago. And Rick Fulcher thus far has kicked every placement he's tried this year. This will be a 36-yard field goal attempt. Robertson will hold. The ball is down. The kick by Fulcher is in the air. It looks good. It's long enough. And it's good. He hits. There's timeout on the field. And the score is Oklahoma 3, Texas 0. Texas has had the ball twice. They have moved it well both times, but have fumbled it away both times. And that's to the credit of the Oklahoma defense. The Sooners have fumbled it away once and then got that 36-yard field goal to lead 3-0. Here's the kickoff. Fulcher again puts it in the end zone, 5 yards. Padgett takes it and will touch it down. And Texas again will start from their own 20-yard line. Texas has not had the best field position. They've started from their own 20, from their own 4, and now from their own 20-yard line. They've yet to be in Oklahoma territory. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oklahoma leading 3-0. John Milstead is back in at linebacker. Rod Schote with him there. Across the Oklahoma defensive line, Gary Backus, Derlin Moore, Lucius Selman, Raymond Hamilton, and Vic Kearney. For Texas, Alan Lowry, the quarterback. Roosevelt Lakes, the fullback. Bennett and Landry, the halfbacks. The wishbone intact. Jim Morris, the split end to the right side. from the Texas 20, 1st and 10. Lowry to Roosevelt Leaks over right guard, and he comes forward, the big 205-pounder, and he gets to the 23.5, 24-yard line. Leaks runs as though he weighs a lot more than that. He runs with a lot of power in those legs. Derlin Moore and Lucius Sullivan making the tackle, but that was a fine pickup, plus to 4 yards for Roosevelt Leaks, the Texas fullback. Second down, a little more than 6 yards to go. 5 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score. Here's Pat Kelly back in at split end. He comes wide to the right side. Texas has Landry in the slot to the right. Here's Alan Lowry, faking right, running down the line of scrimmage to the left. He keeps it. He hits a pile of Sooners at the 26-yard line. He gains about 2. The Sooners getting tackling and recovering well on the outside play. Gary Backus, the left end, was in on that tackle, but Vic Kearney led the tackling along with John Milstead and Derlin Moore. A gain from the 24 to the 26. Texas faces a third down play and 4. Texas has had 3 first downs previous to this, and they've cashed in on all of them. They're 3 for 3 in first downs, converting them to first downs. Jim Moore wide right. Tommy Landry in the slot to the right. Tight end is Julius Whittier on the left. From the Texas 26, 3rd and 4. Alan Lowry hands off to his left halfback. Swamped under after a short gain. That's Lonnie Bennett, who got from the 26 possibly to the 28. John Milstead making the tackle, and Texas fails to convert it and will be forced to punt for the first time today. Texas changes their center. Greg Dahlberg in to center the ball back, and the punter will be the quarterback, Lowry. Joe Wiley is the deep man for Oklahoma to receive the punt. Texas 4th and 2 from their own 28, 4:25 to go in the first quarter and no score. The snap is back to Lowry. Good rush on, but he gets the kick away. It's a sloppy kick, rather short, taken by Roach. Fair catch at the Oklahoma 45-yard line. A 27-yard punt, and Oklahoma has great field position for the 3rd consecutive time. Oklahoma has had fine field position all 3 times they've had the football. Kerry Jackson comes in at quarterback for Oklahoma. That's the cheer you hear in the background. Oklahoma starting from their own territory for the first time today. They started the other 2 times from Texas territory. Kerry Jackson hands off to Pruitt. Down the middle, has short yardage, where he gets from the 45 to the 20 to the 47-yard line. Doug English and Randy Braband making the tackle, and Greg Pruitt only his 2nd carry of the day. The first time, you'll remember, he had a gain of 26 yards. From the 45 to the closer to the 47.5, 48-yard line in Oklahoma territory. About a 3-yard gain that time, a little less. Second down, let's call it a little more than 7 yards to go for Oklahoma at their own 47.5. Kerry Jackson, freshman quarterback, gets the snap. Counterplay to Wiley. He's hit hard after he gets very short yardage from the 48 to the 49. And it's a 3rd down play and 6 for the Sooners at their own 49. Glenn Gaspard leading the tackling there along with Fred Curran and Bill Rutherford, defensive left end for Texas. 3:28 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 Oklahoma leads in this game on a 36-yard field goal by Rick Fulcher. Oklahoma at their own 49, 3rd down play and 6 yards to go. John Carroll splits to the right side. Kerry Jackson with the Sooners facing a 3rd down situation. Jackson down the line of scrimmage. Jackson deciding to run, cuts outside, 50. Neck tackled very close to the first down as he lunged forward to the 45, or in the area of the Texas 45. Bill Rutherford makes the tackle on Kerry Jackson, who runs with a great deal of determination, and he tried to lunge forward to pick up the first down, but will be, it looks a little bit short of that first down, about a half yard away. He got from the Oklahoma 49 to the Texas 45.5. Grant Burgett is coming into the Oklahoma lineup, and let's see whether the Sooners go for it or whether they try. Kerry Jackson comes out, which means the Sooners will punt the ball. So they fail to pick up the first down, and it's 4th and inches at the Texas 45.5. The Sooners choose not to go for it. Wiley is back to punt the ball. He's averaging 34 yards a kick this year. The snap is back. Adrian Ford is deep for Texas. Here's Wiley with a good high kick. Ford signals for the fair catch, and it goes over his head, hits at the 4-yard line, will be down at the 1-yard line by John Carroll. A beautiful kick by Wiley, accomplishing the purpose. The ball is at the 2 is where they say he killed it. A 43-yard punt, and the ball will be at the Texas 2, and it's 1st and 10 for the Longhorns, who once again have poor field position. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Texas has their 4th offensive possession. They've gotten the ball at their own 20, their own 4, their own 20, and at their own 2. There is a timeout on the field, and the score is Oklahoma 3 and Texas 0.
Norman.
Texas did not take a full timeout, and they've just run an incomplete pass play from Alan Lowry intended for Jen Moore, incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10, Texas from their own 2. Texas to the line of scrimmage on a 2nd and 10. Here is once again back to pass. Lowry in the end zone. The short pass completes the 7 to the 10 to the 15. Tackled one-on-one by Roach, I believe, at the 20-yard line in Texas territory. An 18-yard pass play thrown to the short man, Tommy Landry, who caught the pass at the 7 and came upfield and was tackled by Larry Roach just short of the Texas 20, an 18-yard pickup. So Texas, for the 5th time in this game, had thrown from their own end zone there, and it accomplished the purpose. They have the ball at their own 20, just downfield from it, the 5th first down for the Longhorns, with 1:57 to go before the end of the first quarter, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. Lonnie Bennett wide to the left, along with Jim Moore wide left from the Texas 20, we'll call it. First down and 10 yards to go. Quarterback Lowry, back to pass, good protection, throws upfield, way overthrown, almost intercepted by Dan Ruster, who had his hands on it at the 43 in Texas territory. The pass was intended for Jim Moore, but it fell incomplete. 3 of 8 passing for Alan Lowry. Let's check his passing statistics coming into this game. Lowry, on passing, had 19 of 40 passes for 47.5%, had 1 intercepted on the year for 355 yards. That was coming into the game. The ball is at the 20 then. Second down play and 10 for the Longhorns with 1:41 to go in the first quarter, and heavily favored Oklahoma leading 3-0 on a 36-yard field goal by Rick Fulcher. Pat Kelly, the split end, goes to the left. The Texas wishbone intact otherwise, with Julius Whittier, the tight end, on the right. Second down play. Here is Alan Lowry rolling to his left, looking to pass or run. Now he throws a short pass. It's complete on the far flat at the 20, up to the 25, up to the 28-yard line, and 29-yard line. Lonnie Bennett made the catch, and a good one it was, as John Milstead finally brought him down. Bennett was in a little trouble as he caught the pass at the 20-yard line in the flat, got away from would-be tackler, ran well, and appears to have very, very close to that first down, but it'll be just a little bit short. It'll be third and less than a yard to go for Texas at their own 29. 4 of 9 passing for Alan Lowry. Texas throwing in the flat successfully. Now here's Jim Moore coming in at split end for Texas in place of Pat Kelly, bringing a play from the bench with just 1:06 to go in the first quarter, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. Texas breaks their huddle. Jim Moore and Tommy Landry wide to the right side from the 29.5. Third and less than a yard to go for Texas as they try to convert it. Roosevelt Leaks is hit as he goes over left guard, and it appears as though he makes the first down as he gets to the 30-yard line. First down, Texas, number 6, and they bring it in after the unpile and mark it at the 30. Let's pause now for station identification. This is the Sooner Football Network.
See the best show in town, the brand new 1973 Dodges at Jack Clark Dodge, Maine at Chartel.
You're with KTOK at the 10 spot, Oklahoma City.
So Donald Ely at left half, Tom Landry at right half. Quarterback is Alan Lowry. Fullback Roosevelt Leaks. Texas from their own 30, first and 10. Rick Davis now tight end for Texas. Here's Lowry, faking to his fullback. He's back to pass. He throws, and the pass is picked off almost picked off, and then Roach couldn't quite hold on. Larry Roach jumped in front of the would-be receiver, Rick Davis, almost had it at the Texas 40, but couldn't quite hold on to the interception. 4 of 10 passing for Alan Lowry. The ball is at the Texas 30 then, second down play and 10 yards to go. Jim Moore is in there at split end with 4 seconds left to go in the first period. The clock will not start until the ball is snapped because of the incompleted forward pass on the last play. Jim Moore wide to the left, so this will be the last play of the first quarter. Alan Lowry with Texas wishbone intact from the Texas 30, second down and 10 yards to go. Lowry fakes to Leaks. He's back to pass. He's being rushed. He throws a short pass, complete in the flat at the 28, to the 30, 35, and the head comes off of Donald Ely as he's tackled at the 40-yard line. The helmet comes off, and a flag is dropped, and it'll be face mask tackling, and we'll add 15 yards onto that. We'll put it at the Oklahoma 45. We'll give Texas a first down for the first time today at Oklahoma territory as the first quarter comes to an end. That's the end of the first quarter with a score Oklahoma 3, Texas nothing. And it's first and 10 Texas at the Oklahoma 45, the first time they've been in Sooner territory. The wishbone tee intact. Ely and Landry are the halfbacks. Roosevelt Leaks fake, and then it gives to Ely over the right tackle, and he gets about 4 yards from the 45 down to the 41 in Oklahoma territory. Larry Roach and David Smith making the tackle on Donald Ely, the left halfback, who got the handoff after the fake to Roosevelt Leaks. So that ends the first period officially, and now we'll turn around and go the other way. Here's Pat Kelly wide to the left. The wishbone intact for Texas on a 2nd and 6 from the Oklahoma 41-yard line. Alan Lowry's the quarterback. He gives it to Roosevelt Leaks, finds a hole over right guard, and Randy Hughes finally rides hurt on him inside the 35-yard line at the 34 or 33. Roosevelt Leaks, who is a very impressive running back from Brenham, Texas, a sophomore 205-pounder, got from the 41 to the 33-yard line. An 8-yard pickup, and Texas has a first down at the Oklahoma 38. And Texas looking very impressive today. That's the 8th first down for the Longhorns. Here's Jim Moore wide left. Tight end is Rick Davis on the right. Alan Lowry calls the signals. He gives to Roosevelt Leaks, who dives into the pile at the left guard position that time and gets short yardage from the 38 to the 37-yard line. It appears only a yard he got. Derlin Moore and Raymond Hamilton. Or the 32, beg your pardon. The line of scrimmage having been the 33.5-yard line. So to set it up for you, it was the 1st and 10 from the Oklahoma 33. I believe we called it the 38 a moment ago, and giving the gain of a yard to the 32 in Oklahoma territory. And it is a 2nd down play and 9 yards to go at the Oklahoma 32. Lowry races up. Quick spot pass incomplete. The man was Pat Kelly, open at the 25. He had it right in his hands but couldn't hold on. Incompleted forward pass. 5 of 12 for Texas. Alan Lowry. Ball brought back to the Oklahoma 32, and it's 3rd down play for the Texas Longhorns. And they must get down to the 23 for the 1st down. So 9 yards to go. 3rd and 9. 14:06 to go in the 2nd quarter. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Texas has converted on all but one 3rd down situation today. 4 of 5 on 3rd down situations. From the Oklahoma 32, Alan Lowry is back to pass. Good protection. Throws a screen pass complete to the tight end. 33, 30, at the 25, and down close to the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Be very, very close to the 1st down at the Oklahoma 24 and a screen pass, and that was to tight end Julius Whittier. Vic Kearney appears to be injured on the play, and so we have timeout called by Oklahoma. There's timeout on the field, and the score is Oklahoma 3, Texas 0. Vic Kearney is out of the lineup. Steve Dodd in at defensive end, and Pete Halfman in at linebacker. It's 4th and a yard at the Oklahoma 24, a short yard. Here's Lowry faking the leaks, giving to Ely. He's hit, dropped, and it'll be very, very close. It appears from here that he doesn't have it. That was a 4th and less than a yard, and Ely was tackled on the nice play by Larry Roach, and he does not make it. Oklahoma holds and takes over on down at their own 24. No gain on that play. So great defense that time by the Oklahoma center.
Oklahoma not only lost Vic Kearney on that last play, but linebacker Roderick Schode, who limped off too, and let's hope he's not hurt too badly.
3-0. Texas has dominated on the offense. They've used ball control. Wiley and Pruder the halves, Crosswhite the fullback, Carroll wide to the right. Here's the gift to Crosswhite, fighting to get the yardage up the middle. It's tough up there, and he has short yardage from the 24. I'll give him about 2 or 3. Let's see where they spot it. Put his forward progress at the 27-yard line. So he got 3, and it'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Oklahoma. Tackled by Fred Curran, Bill Rutherford, Bruce Kamen, and Glenn Gaspard at the Oklahoma 27-yard line. 2nd down play, 7 yards to go for the Sooners. 13 minutes to go before halftime. Kerry Jackson, the freshman quarterback from Galveston, Texas, in the Oklahoma 27. Jackson fakes to Crosswhite, pitches it back to Wiley, sweeping to the right. Pruitt gives him a block, crosses the 30, gets to the 32-yard line, and then is tackled by Mickey Melanson, who is the cornerback on the left side. The ball at the 33, let's call it. They spotted at the hash mark in from the near side. From the 27 to the 33, 6 yards picked up there will bring up the 3rd down play for Oklahoma, and they must go from the 33 to the 34.5. So about a yard and a half to go on this 3rd down play for Oklahoma. The Sooners have converted 1 of 3 3rd down situations in the game. Kerry Jackson gets the snap down the line of scrimmage, neck tackle, fights forward, very determined running, and will be short of the 1st down. At the 34, he'll be about a half yard away, it appears. Jackson went down the line to the right. And there might have been a fumble as he was tackled, but if there was, it was after the whistle. One of the Texas players was signaling that. He's tackled short of the 1st down by about a half yard or so, and it'll bring up a 4th down play in less than a yard, and the Sooners will be forced to punt the ball. So the last 2 times Oklahoma's had the ball, they've been unable to pick up a 1st down. Joe Wiley goes back to punt the ball. Back deep for Texas is Don Padgett, I believe that is. There's the snap back. Pat Padgett waits for it, calls for a fair catch, and takes it at the 30-yard line. A flag is dropped as Greg Pruitt was there and did not give Padgett a free access to the ball. Padgett had to come forward to catch the ball. Pruitt was there, and Padgett bumped into him, and so it will be a penalty against Oklahoma after the 36-yard punt. Texas will have better field position as a 15-yard penalty will result. Second penalty for 30 yards against Oklahoma. Texas with their 5th offensive possession. 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Jim Moore, the split end, goes to the right. The ball at the Texas 45. 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Longhorns. Mike Struck is in there at right defensive end for Oklahoma in place of the injured Vic Kearney. Here's Alan Lowry calling the signal from the Texas 45. Lowry rolls back to his right, looks to pass, pretty good protection. Being chased, Raymondson has him and downs him at the 40-yard line for a loss of 5. Gary Backus and Raymond Hamilton were chasing him. Texas provided good blocking to protect against the pass, or for his passer, Alan Lowry, and then it collapsed as Raymond Hamilton came in to make the tackle back at the 40 for a 5-yard loss at the Texas 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 15 for the Longhorns from their own 40 with 11:02 to go before halftime. Pat Kelly comes wide to the left side. Texas, 2nd and 15, could be expected to pass in this situation, but they've done the unexpected today. Lowry rolling back to pass, throws upfield, and has a man complete at the Oklahoma 40. That's Pat Kelly, and he's down at the 39-yard line in Oklahoma territory by Kenneth Pope. A 21-yard pickup on the pass play in Texas, 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma 39. 7 of 14 passing for the Longhorns. And the 9th first down for Texas with 10:44 to go before halftime, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. But Texas has dominated play here in the first half, to the surprise, at least for the Oklahoma fans. Jim Noor split to the short side of the field, which is to the left. He's the split end. Wishbone intact. Alan Lowry gives to Roosevelt Leaks over the right guard. He's neck tackled by Derlin Moore, but he gets about 2 or 3 from the 39. Let's see where they spot it after the unpile. That's Roosevelt Leaks on the carry, and they put it at the 37-yard line, a 2-yard gain. 2nd down play and 8 yards to go for Texas. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go before halftime. 3-0 Oklahoma leads Texas, but the Longhorns on the move at the Oklahoma 37-yard line. Pat Kelly comes wide to the left. The tight end is Julius Whittier on the right. 2nd down play at 8 from the Oklahoma 37-yard line. Here's Lowry faking the handoff down the line of scrimmage, pitching back to Landry. The Sooners cover well, and he's tackled on the near side on the attempted sweep to the left after he picks up possibly a yard, and maybe not even that. Mike Struck, the defensive right end, who is a junior from Clinton, Oklahoma, making the tackle initially, and give him very short yardage. Let's just call it back to the line of scrimmage. They've gotten a couple of inches. That's the 37 in Oklahoma territory. 3rd down play and 8 yards to go. Pete Halfman helped out on that tackle along with Kenneth Pope, but it was Mike Struck who initially made contact with the ball carrier. Texas faces a 3rd and 8 from the Oklahoma 37-yard line. It's Jim Moore wide to the right side. The wishbone intact. 5-man defensive front. Back to pass is Lowry. Pretty good protection. Throws a long pass downfield. Incomplete at the 2-yard line. Defending was Larry Roach. The man for whom the pass was intended was Jim Moore, and the pass was underthrown and incomplete at the Oklahoma 2, and it brings up a 4th down and 8 for Texas at the Oklahoma 37. And a field goal attempt is coming up. Mike Dean will try to tie it. 7 of 15 passing for the quarterback, Alan Lowry of Texas. Dean has hit 1 of 4 field goals this season. He's the long field goal kicker, and believe you me, this will be a long attempt. If indeed it is, it'll be a 54-yard field goal attempt with an angle to the left. The ball is down. Alan Lowry holding. Here's Dean's kick. End over end will be short and no good. The ball hitting in the end zone, and it is a touchback. So Oklahoma takes over at their own 20 after stopping Texas, and the 54-yard field goal was no good by Dean. We have 9:01 to go before halftime, and it's 3-0 in favor of Oklahoma.
We still notice Rob Schultz, the linebacker, and Vic Kearney, the starting defensive end, sitting on the bench. Rod looks like he's got a towel with some ice wrapped around his ankle, which I hope it's not too severely damaged. And Kearney, I don't know what's the matter with him, but they don't either one look like they're ready to come back in the game, and this could cause problems for Oklahoma later on.
Joe Washington and Tim Welch, now the Oklahoma backfield. From the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 Sooners. Kerry Jackson fakes to Welch. Kerry down the line of scrimmage. Pitches to Washington, far side. Forced out of bounds. No gain. Just got back to the 20, and a great lateral pursuit by Texas in the person of Mickey Melanson, the cornerback on the left side, who came all the way across to help force Washington out. So it's 2nd and 10 Sooners from their own 20. Oklahoma's been unable to get outside today. Only had one good run. That was by Pruitt for 26 yards over guard early in the game. 8:56 to go before halftime. 3-0 Oklahoma leads. And the Sooners 2nd and 10 from their own 20. John Carroll is wide to the right. Kerry Jackson looks over the Texas defense. Here's Kerry Jackson giving to Welch. Goes over left guard to the 22, possibly the 23. And then is tackled by Doug English and by Randy Braband. Give him a gain of 3 from the 20 up to the 23, and it's one of those 3rd down situations facing the Sooners. 3rd and 7 from the Oklahoma 23. The Sooners, in their 3rd and 4th possessions, were unable to pick up a 1st down. This is their 5th possession of the first half, and they face a 3rd down play and 7. With 8 minutes, 29 seconds to go before halftime. Carroll is wide to the right. Albert Chandler, the tight end, on the left. Kerry Jackson down the line of scrimmage, pitches it back to Burgett, sweeping to the right, gets a block, and then trips and falls after he picks up only a yard to the 24. Grant Burgett, who is from Stroud, tripped and fell down, and Mickey Melanson was there to tackle him had he not tripped, but he would have gotten a couple more yards in all probability. Well, it's a fourth down play for the Sooners, as for the third time in a row, they're unable to pick up a first down against this stiff Texas defense. And Pat Padgett is deep for Texas to receive a kick from the toe of Joe Wiley. 7:51 to go before halftime. 3-0 Oklahoma lead. Sooners have been unable to get it going on offense. The snap is back to Wiley. Great protection as Texas tries to set up the return. The kick is rather short. It's taken a fair catch, however, at the 47-yard line. And taking it was the short man, Mike Rowan. A 29-yard punt. So Texas has excellent field position at their own 47-yard line for their sixth offensive possession of the first half. There's a timeout on the field with a score, Oklahoma 3 and Texas nothing. And the center is Bob Tresh up over the ball. Jim Moore is wide right. Quarterback Alan Lowry calls the signals from the Texas 47. Roosevelt leaks, big hole over guard, 50, 45, 40-yard line in Oklahoma territory. A 13-yard gain, and Mike Struck makes the tackle along with Dan Ruster, the 10th first down for Texas. Rod Choate comes back into the lineup at linebacker, replacing Pete Haffman for Oklahoma. Roosevelt leaks, great blocking by the Texas line over the left side. Don Crossland and Bill Wyman doing the fine blocking. And a first down for Texas at the Oklahoma 40-yard line. Oklahoma leading 3-0, and Texas looking impressive. At the Oklahoma 40, first and 10, Lowry fakes to Leaks, gives the ball to Landry, the right half going left, fumble at the 38. Oklahoma recovers at the 38-yard line. Lucius Selman, the nose guard for Oklahoma, makes the fumble recovery at the Oklahoma 38.
Bob, the defense, Oklahoma's defense, has given the offense so many opportunities. The offense is just going to have to do their share of the work from now on and knock them out of there in the middle and get some yardage.
Dave Robertson is back in at quarterback for Oklahoma. Kerry Jackson has run the ball the last couple of series. The first team backfield in there. Wiley and Pruitt at the halves, cross-wide at fullback. The ball at the 39, let's call it, in Oklahoma territory, first and 10. Dave Robertson hands off on a trap play to Wiley. He's up across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Forward progress stopped in a hurry by Doug English and Randy Braband. Joe Wiley carrying from the 39 to the 41. A 2-yard gain, second down and 8 for the Sooners. With 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go before halftime. Dave Robertson, the senior from Garden Grove, California, at quarterback. The second down play for Oklahoma. The Sooners have yet to complete a pass. Tom Brahaney is up over the ball. He's the center. Carroll is split left. Dave Robertson on his second down and 8. Robertson fakes the handoff to cross-white, back to pass, throws, it's blocked, incomplete at the Texas 45. His arm was hit, it appeared, just as he threw the ball by Doug English. Great defensive play by English, and an incomplete forward pass results. 0 of 3 passing for the Sooners. For Dave Robertson, Kerry Jackson's not thrown, or didn't when he was in there. So back to the Oklahoma 41 goes the ball, and it's a third down play and 8. With 6 minutes, 36 seconds to go before halftime, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. At the Oklahoma 41, third and 8, John Carroll splits left. Ball in about the center of the field laterally. Dave Robertson awaits the snap. He gets it, he fakes to his fullback. He's back to pass, throws a screen pass, complete to Chandler at the 31, 39, 40. He's to the 45, doing some dancing, and finally forced out of bounds at the 47-yard line, but he's short of the first down as he picked up 6 all told in that screen pass to the near side. 1 of 4 passing. That's the first completed forward pass of the day for Oklahoma. And the first time the Sooners have used that this season. A gain of 6 yards from the 41 to the 47. And it's 4th and 2 for the Sooners from their own 47. And Joe Wiley will be back to punt on this 4th down play with 6:25 to go before halftime, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. Pat Padgett is deep, standing back at the Texas 10-yard line on a 4th and 2 from the Oklahoma 47-yard line. Brahaney is still the center for Oklahoma. Gets it back to Joe Wiley. Pretty good rush by Texas. Wiley, a high spiraling kick. Fair catch signal for by Padgett. Takes it at the 20-yard line. And that is where Texas will start on their 7th offensive possession of the day. A 33-yard punt by Joe Wiley. On the year, he's averaging 34.8 yards per kick coming into this game. The 7th possession of Texas, and they start from their own 20. Texas has started from their own 20, their own 4, their own 20, their own 2, their own 45, their own 47, and now their own 20. Don Burrisk is in the game at right half. He'd been injured, and Landry had played every snap until this one. Burrisk in there at right half for Texas. First and 10. Texas from their own 20-yard line. Quarterback is Alan Lowry. Back to pass the ball. Pretty good protection. Throws a long, long pass. Way overthrown. Not anywhere close. Intended for Jim Moore, who was in there and split in. 7 of 16 passing for Alan Lowry. It was a fine spiraling pass and way overthrown. Roach and Ruster defending for Oklahoma. 2nd and 10 for Texas at their own 20. 6:12 to go before halftime. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Pat Kelly is in there at split end in place of Jim Moore. Calling defensive signals for Oklahoma is John Milstead, relaying the signals in from the center bench. Oklahoma's bench on the near side, the west sideline. Texas breaks the huddle, wishbone intact with Alan Lowry at quarterback, Lonnie Bennett and Don Burris at the halves, and Roosevelt Leaks the fullback. 2nd and 10. Lowry drops straight back to pass. He looks upfield, throws in the flat, underthrown, and may have been deflected somewhat. Darell Moore deflected that, I believe, as the pass was intended for on the far side for Pat Kelly to split in, but it was not anywhere close. So it is a 3rd and 10 Texas from their own 20. 7 of 17 passing. 6:08 to go before halftime. Oklahoma leading 3-0. What a ball game on this beautiful sunshiny Saturday afternoon here in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Don Burris in the slot to the right. Jim Moore also wide right. 3rd and 10 from the Texas 20-yard line. Alan Lowry back to pass, being rushed, throws upfield, complete at the 29, and down short of the 30. Don Burris, the halfback who came out, who was in the slot, you'll remember, as the play began, caught the pass, was tackled immediately by Randy Hughes, and Hughes made sure he did not fall forward. So it's a 4th down play and about a yard to go for Texas at their own 29, and Texas will be forced to punt, having failed to convert that 3rd down situation. Joe Wiley will go back deep to receive the punt from the toe of the Texas kicker, Alan Lowry. 2nd punt of the afternoon. First one was 27 yards. Snap is back to Lowry. And there is a beautiful, high, spiraling kick. Wiley waits for it at the 20-yard line. Up the field to the 25, down at the 26. He got about 6 yards on the return of that beautiful kick. 51-yard kick.
Texas has always been known, ever since Darell Royal has been coaching down there at Austin, to have a fine kicking game. And boy, they seem to be keeping up that tradition this year, too. Alan Lowry had a fine punt there.
Oklahoma will go with Kerry Jackson at quarterback. But before that, we have a timeout on the field. Timeout on the field and the score. Oklahoma 3, Texas nothing. Oklahoma, 1st and 10 from their own 26. Kerry Jackson, the quarterback. Pruitt and Wiley to half. Here's Jackson faking to crosswise. Pitching to Wiley, sweeping to the right. He is hit hard as he reaches the 27. Driven back by Mickey Melanson, the cornerback. Melanson really racked Wiley as he tried to sweep to the right, and he'll have just barely a yard on that pickup. They bring in a hash mark at the 27, as we call it. 2nd down, 9 for Oklahoma. The Sooners have not been able to do much of anything on offense. 5 minutes exactly to go before halftime. Sooners leading 3-0. Kerry Jackson is the freshman quarterback from Galveston, Texas, 19, 6'1", and 187. The center is Brahaney up over the ball as the Sooners break their huddle. John Carroll, the split end, is to the left side. Kerry Jackson gets the snap from center. Down the line of scrimmage, pitches the ball back to Pruitt, sweeping to the left. Pruitt tries to get free, cannot. He's pulled down after he picks up very short yardage, possibly a yard to the 28. But let's see where they put it. They'll put it right back where it was at the 27. No gain for Pruitt, trying to sweep to the left. Texas covering well on the outside. Mickey Melanson, who's done a great job. He is from Austin, Texas, a sophomore, business major, 19, 6'2", and 205. He's been all over the field. He plays left cornerback, but he's been everywhere. At the 27, it's 3rd and 9 for Oklahoma at their own 27. 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go before halftime. Oklahoma leading on the strength of a 36-yard field goal, which looms bigger and bigger in this game. Kerry Jackson, the quarterback, 3rd down play, fake of the handoff. Jackson back to pass, fires it upfield, complete to Carroll at the 46, to the 50, and to the Texas 46-yard line. Kerry Jackson fires that pass, and Oklahoma on the 27-yard gain has a first down.
John Carroll's got the call of fear in any defensive coach's heart because he's big and tall and he can catch the ball, and that time Kerry Jackson got rid of it like he should have, and Big John was out there waiting on it.
And you've got to give credit to the offensive line for good protection there. Oklahoma, the 4th first down in the game, with 3:44 to go before halftime at the Texas 46. Kerry Jackson to crosswide, barreling over left guard, blast to the 40, and almost to the 39, and then he's pushed back. Let's see when the forward progress was marked. That pass a moment ago sparked the Sooners, apparently. Mike Rowan makes the tackle on Leon crosswide, and they put it at the 40 for a 6-yard gain. Oklahoma then, crosswide appears to be a little bit shaken up, and Timmy Welch checks into the Oklahoma lineup in place of Crosswhite. Crosswhite coming out and getting a fine hand with 3:15 to go before the end of the halftime. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Tim Welch from Bowie, Texas, who played well the 2 games that Crosswhite was injured and did not play. From the Texas 40, 2nd and 4. Kerry Jackson gives the ball to Welch over right guard at the 35, at the 30, at the 26-yard line. Tim Welch made a fine gain, and Mike Rowan made the tackle. A gain of 14 yards. And the 5th first down for Oklahoma. The Sooners start to roll.
Ken Jones and Eddie Foster knocked him out of there, and Tom Brahaney too, and doing a fine job of blocking. What you got to do, you got to knock them out in the center so you can run up the middle.
These two undefeated football teams going at each other, and the Sooners with their most impressive drive of the day from the Texas 26. First down and 10 yards to go. Timeout is called by Kerry Jackson, as there was some confusion on the play. Timeout on the field, and the score is Oklahoma 3, Texas nothing. Oklahoma's marched from their own 26 to the Texas 26 in 5 plays on this drive. Jackson gets the snap from center, fakes to his right, goes to his left, keeps the ball, fakes the pitch out, tackled behind the line on a fine defensive play by Sherman Lee, the outside linebacker on the right side. Jackson faked the pitch back, kept the ball, and was tackled for a 3-yard loss back at the Texas 29. And Kerry Jackson is a fine runner. Good defensive play, though, by Sherman Lee from Fort Worth, Texas, a sophomore, 19.61 and 215. Second down play, 13 for Oklahoma at the Texas 29. Carroll is wide right with 2:12 to go before halftime. Sooners leading 3-0. Kerry Jackson fakes to Tim Welch. Jackson is back to pass, throws for Carroll. Incomplete in the end zone, overthrown. Defending on the play was Mickey Melanson. Mickey Melanson, who is the defensive back, as we mentioned earlier, has been all over the field, was defending very well on the play, and the pass was overthrown in the end zone at the near side. 2 of 6 passing for Oklahoma as a team. Jackson in passing is 1 of 2 now. And here is Tinker Owens replacing John Carroll at split receiver for Oklahoma. The ball back at the Texas 29, 3rd and 13. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go before halftime. Tinker Owens, who is a freshman from Miami, the brother of Steve Owens, Heisman Trophy winner a few years back. Kerry Jackson fakes the handoff. Jackson's back to pass. He throws down the middle, overthrown, intended for Albert Chandler at the 12-yard line. Chandler was wide open, it appeared, and Jackson had plenty of time, but they just couldn't hook up. Bruce Cannon defending on the play. 2 of 7 as a team passing for Oklahoma. Jackson is 1 of 3. Ball brought back to the Texas 29, 4th and 13 for Oklahoma. The Sooners apparently will go for the yardage rather than a field goal on this 4th down play with 1:59 to go before halftime. They would be kicking into the wind if they tried it. 4th down play and 13 at the 29-yard line. Tinker Owens wide right. Here's Kerry Jackson faking a handoff, rolling to his right, being chased behind the line. Gets away from 2 tacklers, throws it away in the end zone, incomplete. Texas takes over on down. Kerry Jackson did not want to risk the interception and just threw it away on the 4th down when he was in trouble behind the line. Finally fought free of the would-be tacklers and threw it almost into the stands at the south end. Texas holds and takes over, and Oklahoma leads 3-0 with 1:51 to go before halftime. On their 8th offensive possession from the 29-yard line in Texas territory, first down, 10 yards to go. Wide receivers out to both sides. Alan Lowry, draw play to Roosevelt Leaks. Over the left, crossing the 30 to the 35-yard line. And the draw play works for 6 yards for Texas. Second down and 4 with just 1 minute and 41 seconds left to go before halftime. Raymond Hamilton and Mike Struck making the tackle. The tight end is Julius Whittier just checking in. And Texas may go with 2 tight ends as the split end, Moore, leaves the game. But Pat Kelly is in there. So Kelly splits to the left. Lonnie Bennett is also to the left. Tight end is Whittier on the right. Quarterback is Lowry from the Texas 35. Handoff to Roosevelt Leaks. Up the middle, he has nothing. No gain on the play. Lucius Selman, the nose guard from Eufaula, Oklahoma, making the tackle. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Sooner Football Network.
Fidelity Bank. For the kind of banking convenience movers expect of movers. This is KTOK at the 10 spot in Oklahoma City.
Bob Berry along with John Keith, Cotton Bowl and Dallas. Oklahoma leading 3-0. 3rd and 4 for Texas at their own 35-yard line. Alan Lowry gets the snap, rolls to his right, looking to pass or run, throws upfield, complete. A fantastic catch at the Texas 48-yard line. Catching it was Jim Moore. He was on his back, laying on the ground when he caught it. Great catch. Of course, there was no chance to get up and advance it in the college ball. A 13-yard pickup on the pass play. And the 11th first down for Texas with 36 seconds to go before halftime. The Longhorns have the ball at their own 48. First down and 10 yards to go for Texas. The wishbone intact. 9 of 19 passing for Alan Lowry. Moore is wide to the left. That's Jim Moore, the split in. Alan Lowry is back to pass. Throws upfield, has a man. Moore couldn't catch it. Hurt footsteps at the 37. Moore was waiting for the ball, and Randy Hughes came clumping up there, and Moore took his concentration off the ball and couldn't hold on. Randy Hughes from Tulsa Memorial, the defensive back on the play. So now with only 18 seconds to go before halftime, Oklahoma leading 3-0. Texas second and 10 from their own 48. Vic Kearney is in at right defensive end in place of Mike Struck. He's been injured earlier. Kearney is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a senior 210-pounder. He's back in. Now it's Pat Kelly to split in, wide left. Lonnie Bennett in the slot left. Second and 10 from the Texas 48. Alan Mowry is back to pass. He's being rushed. Screen pass, complete to Whittier at the Texas 43, 45, hit at the 49. Flag is down as he's dropped out the 49-yard line in Texas territory for actually only a yard gain on the screen pass to the far side, but we did have the flag dropped. And let's read that flag and see what the infraction. Illegal receiver downfield is the signal from the official with only 7 seconds to go before halftime. John, the Sooners covered well on that pass play, and the defense has been playing very well.
Yes, Bob, and you notice that in this game everybody plays real well and drills well for it. We haven't had a lot of penalties in this game. I think we've had one, Oklahoma's had one, and Texas is getting ready to draw one here.
The Sooners will have the choice of whether or not to accept the penalty. Texas gained only 1 yard. Second and 25 for Texas, and before they can get a play underway, the gun sounds, ending the first half. That's the end of the first half with the score, Oklahoma 3, Texas nothing.
Here now is the 1972 showman of the Southwest.
Of the Texas Longhorn Marching Band on the field on this beautiful Saturday afternoon with a temperature in the 90s, more like a summer afternoon than a fall afternoon. Oklahoma leading this defensive struggle 3-0. We're very happy to have as a halftime guest Jim Billings, who is with the Orange Bowl committee. The Orange Bowl is here on hand watching these two teams play, both undefeated coming into the game. Oklahoma, the number 2 ranked team in the nation, according to most polls, and Texas also in the top 10, ranked 10th or 11th, depending on which poll you read. Jim Billings, very happy to have you here today, and tell us your reaction in the first half.
Well, first, Bob, thank you. It's a privilege and a thrill to be here. You might say this is a mid-season bowl game. It's carnival atmosphere.
That's the truth.
It's been somewhat of a surprise. It's been a great college football game. The outcome is very much in doubt, and I think credit is due to this Texas team that played an inspired game.
Jim, I think the general consensus was, in fact, I know it was before the game, that Oklahoma and Texas, either one, had really gotten, the juices flowing, the adrenaline going, and really had to fire up and play a tough football game at any time this year coming into this game, especially Oklahoma, who had 3 easy victories. Texas had to fight a little bit for theirs, but they really never had come into the game expecting to have a whole lot of trouble. And this afternoon, you're seeing both teams fire to the heights as they always are, and this is the result. Both defenses playing well, don't you think?
Oh, I think that's the great thing about college football, Bob. You never know. The odds makers mean nothing. The adrenaline does flow and give you a great ball game.
Jim, I think the fans would be very interested in knowing what you do this early in the season in looking over teams such as Oklahoma and Texas. You can't strictly go on their record. You have to see, don't you, how they look, how they perform, and how exciting they are?
Well, that's exactly right. We attempt to meet the officials of the universities, watch the teams, see which team we think would make a good participant for our bowl, and it's really quite early to tell you. And those final standings do have some meaning, no question about that.
Right, the final standings do mean a lot, but you're also interested in a good rivalry and good action for the fans.
You want a game of national interest and hopefully a superstar like certainly OU has and Pruitt and several other boys.
Now, ever since you've gone to the night game there in the Orange Bowl, that seems to have been a great move for you as far as the prime time on television and also the local crowd there in Miami.
It was a good move. It was a gamble when it was made, but it's turned out well for us, and I think we've been extremely high in the TV ratings since we moved to the night game, and I think the teams both like it.
Jim Billings of the Orange Bowl Committee, do you report back every week on a team that you have watched, or do you just accumulate certain information throughout the year and then meet as a committee and then vote? How's that handled?
We meet every Monday morning, Bob. We send teams out to various games, and we meet Monday morning and review the results of our trips and decide where we're going the following weekend. We do that for 9 weeks.
Coaches use film so much. Does the Orange Bowl committee use it quite a bit or not?
No, we don't, Bob. All scouting is done personally.
Now, who are members of the Orange Bowl committee? Are there people, civic leaders in Miami, or what?
That's correct. Leading civic leaders, professional men, businessmen, 50 regular members comprise the Orange Bowl committee.
How are they selected?
By invitation.
I'm assuming that's quite an honor to be an official of the Orange Bowl committee, isn't it?
Robert, you put me a little bit on the spot. I was invited.
Well, that's tremendous. The Orange Bowl, as well as the other bowl games, have been in the past few years talking a little bit about the possibility of a national championship playoff. What reaction do you have to this?
Well, we would be opposed to it, and I think all of the bowls present a solid front in this regard. We just don't think it's practical. We think it would extend the football season far beyond what the academicians would want it to be, and no one has found a practical solution for a national championship.
Of course, in every other college sport, there is a championship, a national championship, but football is one that you can't play more than once a week. That's the big problem, isn't it?
That's right. It protracts the season, and it's regrettable. It would be a marvelous thing to have a national championship game, but no one's been able to devise a system that would keep the boys from playing, 20 to 25 weeks a year, which is simply too much to ask of a college football player, student athlete.
Well, last year, Jim Billings, Nebraska and Oklahoma apparently were both given quite a bit of consideration for the Orange Bowl. Nebraska was the choice, along with Alabama. Does the bowl committee get a little bit nervous toward the end of the year on which team they're finally going to invite? Because I know they want to end up with V1, which they did with Nebraska last year, of course.
Not a little bit nervous, Bob. We get real nervous. Sitting home Thanksgiving watching that great college football game between Nebraska and Oklahoma last year just sent chills up and down our spine. And in retrospect, even though we had the national championship game at the time it was played, I think in all candor the national championship was played last Thanksgiving between Oklahoma and Nebraska.
Jim, have you had the opportunity to see Oklahoma before this game today?
No, by gentleman's agreement, no bowl sent scouts out until this week. This is the first week out for all bowls.
Well, it's been a pleasure to visit with you, and we need to ask you this next question because I think the fans would be interested in knowing what you think might happen in the second half of action here.
Goodness knows, I don't know. I'm so surprised and shocked at what happened in the first half. I wouldn't care to predict. It's just two great, competitive, well-coached college football teams, and I think we're just going to have to wait and see, Bob.
Jim, did you expect Oklahoma to pretty much have their own way in the first half, as many Oklahoma fans did?
I didn't think that the odds makers were correct in making a traditional game quite as widespread as they did. However, I think one would have to say that the Oklahoma offense has not put it all together yet, and the ball control has definitely been Texas' game to the point.
That's very correct. We would agree with you there. Jim Billings of the Orange Bowl, we appreciate you coming by, and good luck to you and your committee and your bowl game this year.
Bob, many thanks to you.
Jim Billings of the Orange Bowl Committee. We'll be back with more in just 60 seconds.
Let's go back to the year 1966.
As the Texas Longhorn marching band marches off the field toward the north end in the enormous block T for Texas. A great cheer goes up from the crowd here. Oklahoma leading at halftime 3-0. And we were visiting with Jim Billings of the Orange Bowl a moment ago. He, as well as most of the fans here, and with the possible exception of the Texas fans, a little bit surprised that Oklahoma's had this much problem today moving the ball, being far and away the outstanding offensive team in the nation statistic-wise coming in. But listen to these first half statistics, and you can indeed be amazed at how little yardage and how little, what little spark the Oklahoma offense has generated. In first downs, Texas has 11, Oklahoma only 5. Yards rushing, Oklahoma 94 and Texas 62. Yards passing, Texas 9 of 20 for 117 yards, Oklahoma 2 of 9 for 27 yards. And so that's a total offense for Oklahoma of 111 yards, total offense. 121, beg your pardon, 121 in total offense for Oklahoma. And for Texas, 179 yards total offense. So Texas leads in total offense in the game at halftime, 179 to 121. Now in the fumbles lost, Oklahoma's lost 1 of 1. Texas has lost 3 of 3. In punts, Oklahoma's punted 4 times. Joe Wiley punting on each occasion for 35.7 yards per punt average, which is about a yard more than his average was coming into the game. Texas has punted twice for 38.5 yard average per punt. Alan Lowry doing the kicking there, and he's about a yard or half yard under his season average in the kicking department. Yards penalized, Texas 15 yards on 1 penalty, Oklahoma 30 yards on 2 penalties. And the only score we had in the game was that 37-yard field goal by Rick Fulcher, and that came with 6:01 to go in the first period. Here then is how the scoring went in the first half, or how that developed. Oklahoma kicked off to Texas. Texas moved from their own 20 to their own 48 and then fumbled the ball away to Oklahoma. The Sooners started from the Texas 45 and looked impressive as they moved it down to the Texas 6 and had first and goal. But it was at that point that Joe Wiley was hit hard, fumbled the ball away to Texas. Texas started from their own 4, drove out to their own 41. They fumbled the ball away back to Oklahoma. The Sooners moved from the Texas 32-yard line after that fumble recovery to the 20-yard line, could not gain, and on a 4th down play from the 20-yard line and 12 yards to go, it was a 37-yard field goal by Rick Fulcher. Went through the uprights, and Oklahoma led 3-0 with 6:01 to go in the first period. Texas nor Oklahoma could move the next time they got the ball, and then Texas put on a short drive from their own 2 to, well, actually a longer drive as we check our statistics here than we first thought. With the aid of a face mask penalty on Oklahoma, Texas moved from their own 2 late in the first quarter to the Oklahoma 24 early in the second quarter. And from that point, Texas could not move. They tried it on 4th down and a yard and couldn't pick up the first down, turned the ball over to Oklahoma. The Sooners failed to pick up a first down. Texas got it back at their own 45, moved to the Oklahoma 37, and then tried a 54-yard field goal. That was tried by Mike Dean, and it was no good. And the score remained 3-0 Oklahoma. The Sooners again could not move. Texas got the ball at their own 47, and after picking up a first down, they fumbled the ball back to Oklahoma. The Sooners could not move. Texas failed to move. Oklahoma then moved from their own 26 to the Texas 29, where on a 4th down play, a pass was way overthrown as Jackson had to throw it away as he was rushed hard. Texas took over and ran out the clock, and that's the way we have this defensive struggle at halftime. 3-0 in favor of Oklahoma on that 37-yard field goal. We'll have a look at the individual statistics in just a moment. Let's remind you, we'll be back with more in just 60 seconds.
See the best show in town now at Jack Clark Dodge, Main at Chartel.
Bob Berry, along with John Keith, back at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, where the Oklahoma Sooners lead Texas 3-0 at the half. The Oklahoma marching band is on the field performing. Gary Jarman, who is our statistician, has correctly, I believe, corrected the official statistics. The official stats have Oklahoma for 1 pass completion for 27 yards, but we recall a screen pass to Albert Chandler that was completed for, I believe, 3 yards, or 6 yards. So let's change the statistic for Oklahoma to 2 pass completions and a total of 33 yards there. So that would move the Oklahoma offense up to 127 yards total offense to Texas's 179. Individual leaders in rushing, Oklahoma's Greg Pruitt has carried 3 times for 29 yards, and he's the leading rusher. Robertson for Oklahoma, Dave Robertson, the quarterback, 3 times for 18 yards. The leading rusher for the Texas team is Donald Eakley, who's carried the ball Leaks, beg your pardon. That's Leaks on there. The printing was a little where I couldn't read it, but we deciphered it now. Roosevelt Leaks, the fullback, is the leading rusher for Texas, 12 attempts for 55 yards, and Don Ely has 2 attempts for 4 yards. In passing, Lowry is 9 of 20, and Oklahoma's Jackson is 2 of 5, I believe. Carroll has 1 reception for 27 yards for Oklahoma. For Texas, Jim Moore has 3 receptions for 44 yards. So those are the individual statistics here at halftime, with Oklahoma on top by the score of 3-0. John Keith, the sports information director at the University of Oklahoma, is back from visiting with some of the writers downstairs. John, I guess everyone is as surprised as our Orange Bowl visitor Jim Billings was. He said he was shocked at the way Oklahoma's offense had not moved.
Bob, after the Clemson game 2 weeks ago, I talked with offense coach Barry Switzer, and he assumed that he told me right then, he said, we're going to have problems when we go to Dallas because Texas is by far the best defensive team we have played to date this year, and maybe one of the better ones that we play all year. It probably will be defensively. And he said, we're going to have some problems. I saw some things, Barry's telling me this, that they weren't too impressive out there during the Clemson game, and some of our coaches kind of expected this. However, if Oklahoma's to be ranked high, and if Oklahoma enjoys success this fall, they're going to have to be able to come back under adverse conditions like this. It's typical OU Texas game where the unexpected always happens.
We'll be back with more.
There's a feeling you get sometimes when you're driving.
Bob Barry along with John Keith and our broadcast crew at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, where the shadows of the west stands and the press box starting to cover the field about halfway. Game started a little later than usual here in Dallas, Texas. Oklahoma leading 3-0 over Texas on the strength of a 37-yard field goal by Rick Fulcher, and that came with 6:01 to go in the first period of play. The Texas Longhorn team is coming back on the field, and they've got to feel good about a first half holding Oklahoma as well as they have. The Sooners being the nation's leading offensive team coming into this game. And it'll be interesting to see if Oklahoma has worked out the kinks, and not to discredit the Texas defense at all because they played tremendously well. But it'll be interesting to see if Oklahoma can work out the kinks that they, change their blocking scheme somewhat and figure out how to move the ball against this fine Texas team. Probably one of the big surprises is how much Texas has passed in the first half. And although they were successful, they passed 20 times, they were not able to score. Here comes the Oklahoma Sooner team now back on the field from the south stands, or underneath the south stands, coming back on the field, surrounded by the Roughnecks and the cheerleaders, and the band is there. And so we're just about set to go with the second half of this game, Oklahoma leading 3-0. Let's remind you, we'll be back with the second half kickoff in just 1 minute.
Fidelity Bank offers you 6 ways to save. 6 ways, all paying maximum bank.
When you serve up a Wilson Certified ham. Wilson Certified at your supermarket.
Greg Pruitt on the near side, Joe Wiley on the far side. Texas kicking from right to left, from south to north, with the slight breeze, which, as we've mentioned several times, really not a factor. There's the official's whistle, and we're underway in the second half. Oklahoma leading 3-0, and Dean really booms it. Goodness gracious, he kicked that through the uprights. And it'll be out to the 20-yard line as he kicks it clear out of the county. Oklahoma 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Sooners leading 3-0. And we'll check the Oklahoma backfield. Dave Robertson, the quarterback. Joe Wiley and Greg Pruitt, the halves. And Leon Crosswhite, I believe. Yes, he's in there at fullback. Albert Chandler and John Carroll, the ends. Dean Unruh and Eddie Foster, the tackles. Robert Jensen and Ken Jones, the guard. And Tom Brahaney, the center. For Texas, it's Rutherford, Curran, English, and Minnick across the line. We'll pick the rest up later. 1st and 10 Sooners from their own 20. Hand off to Pruitt around the left side, 25, 27-yard line. Greg Pruitt found a good hole that time. Albert Chandler and Dean Unruh providing it, the left end and left tackle. And he got from the 20 up to the 27. Crosswhite, a little shaken up, blocking on the play, and Tim Welch replaces him. The ball closer to the 28. Let's give him an 8-yard pickup for Greg Pruitt. Second down play and 2 yards to go. With 14 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the third period, we're just underway here in quarter number 3. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Second down play and 2 yards to go as Pruitt got 8, sweeping to the left that time. Dave Robertson fakes to Welch, gives to Welch, beg your pardon, and Welch has the first down, crossing up across the 32 to the 33-yard line. The 6th first down for Oklahoma. Tim Welch, the fullback, got the handoff and went from the 28 to the 33-yard line, picking up 5 yards on the carry. 6th first down, as we mentioned, for Oklahoma, and it's 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. 3-0 Oklahoma leads. The wide side of the field to Oklahoma's right as they break huddle. John Carroll comes wide to the right. Dave Robertson sees Texas with a 5-man front and 3 linebackers in close. Robertson gives to Welch up the middle, 35, 40, 42-yard line. Tim Welch from Boyd, Texas, up the middle, and it was Bruce Cannon who made the tackle, but not before he got to the 42 for a 9-yard pickup. They move it back about a yard now as they respot it closer to the 41, so give him 8 yards on the carry and bring up a second down and 2. Second time in a row, Oklahoma's gotten 8 yards on a first down play. 13:43 to go in the third period. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Brahaney up over the ball. Dave Robertson looks over the Texas defense again, and again it's a 5-man front. 3 linebackers. Robertson fakes to Welch, gives to Pruitt, tries to work his way over the left guard, and veers outside and has about a yard. And will be short of the first down, it appears, in the area of the 42 or 43. It'd be very close, though, and may have to have a measurement here. And the official does call for a measurement. Doug English and Randy Braband making the tackle on Greg Pruitt, the Heisman Trophy candidate from Oklahoma, who carried only, I believe, 3 times in the first half. It's about a half a yard away from that first down at the 42 and a half. So it'll be third and less than a yard to go for Oklahoma in the area of the 42.5-yard line in Oklahoma territory with 13:27 to go in the third period, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. And this is their first third down play. They'll try to convert here in the second half. Robertson on the quarterback keeper has easily the first down as he went over Tim Jones at right guard and got up to the 47-yard line, picked up 5 yards in the carry about from the 42.5 to the 47, and the 7th first down for Oklahoma. Glenn Gaspard on the tackle. He's the linebacker, and a good one from Winnie, Texas, the junior, 220-pounder. The linebackers for Texas are Bruce Cannon, Glenn Gaspard, Randy Braband, and Sherman Lee. And the cornerbacks are Melanson and Mike Rowan. The safety is Tommy Keel. Oklahoma 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Robertson gives to Welch. Veers back toward the middle as he goes over left guard and has about a yard or two. Some rough sledding in there in the person of Malcolm Minnick and Doug English, the right defensive end and right tackle. Albert Chandler, the tight end on the left. Sooners leading 3-0. Trying to put on a sustained drive here. There's the fake. Robertson is hit behind the line. Dropped for a loss. Back at the 45 by Sherman Lee, linebacker for Texas from Fort Worth. Robertson faked it to Welch and kept it, and that was the wrong decision as he was thrown for a loss. They put his, say that he was tackled at the 46 as they spot the ball, so a loss of 3 on the play from the 49 in Oklahoma territory back to the 46. And that will bring up a third down play and 11 for Oklahoma as they must move from their own 46 to the Texas 43-yard line for the first down. 3rd and 11. Carroll splits right. Texas with a 5-man front. Robertson fakes the handoff. Robertson looking to pass. Throws. It's deflected and way underthrown, incomplete. Intended for Chandler at the Texas 42. Bill Rutherford put on a fine rush, and he deflected that pass. Oklahoma then, after marching from their own 20 to the Texas, actually got all the way to their own 49 before they were pushed back on that loss a moment ago. Oklahoma forced to punt the ball on a 4th down and 11 from their own 46. Pat Padgett will go deep to receive this punt from the toe of Joe Wiley. The 5th punt of the day for Wiley with 11:42 to go in the third period, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. Rahaney gets the center back in good shape. Texas putting on the return. Wiley has plenty of time to kick it. It's a good high kick. Fair catch signal for and taken by Melanson of Texas. And let's see where they put the ball down. In the area of the 23.5 or 24. Let's see where they spot it. At the 24-yard line. That makes it a 30-yard punt from the toe of Joe Wiley. Texas with their first offensive possession here in the second half, trailing Oklahoma 3-0. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Alan Lowry, the quarterback, along with Bennett and Burris to the halves, and Roosevelt Leaks as the fullback. Pitch back goes to Burris, trying to sweep, hit behind the line, and dropped for a loss by Rod Schultz. And Lucius Selman, I believe that is. Well, that's Raymond Hamilton. Hamilton, as showed it was on the tackle, as the loss, as Texas attempted to go wide from right to left. Burris carrying the mail, a loss from the 24 back to the 19, a 5-yard loss, 2nd and 15 for Texas.
Oklahoma's defense has shown great pursuit throughout the whole game. Texas hadn't hurt the Sooners wide all day that I remember, and that was a good example of it right there.
2nd down 15 for Texas at their own 19-yard line. Burris in the slot to the right. Pat Kelly split wide right. Alan Lowry, the quarterback, drops straight back to pass. Throws, the pass deflected. Intercepted by Roderick Schultz. And he's down at the Texas 28-yard line. Roderick Schultz picked the ball away from Don Burris, from whom the pass was intended, but it was deflected by one of the center linemen, and that's been a big factor in today's game. Deflected passes. 9 of 21 passing for Texas. And Oklahoma has great field position at the Texas 28-yard line, leading 3-0. And once again, the Sooner defense has given the offense great field position. Rod Schultz, who's the sophomore from Spiro, Oklahoma, done a great job on defense. Dave Robertson, the quarterback, fakes to Welch, gives to Pruitt over left guard, 25, 20, Pruitt to the 15, Pruitt fumbles the ball at the 20, at the 15, and Texas recovers. Bill Walker made the fumble recovery. He is the left tackle from Goliad, Texas. Pruitt was really hit hard, and the ball fumbled back. As he got actually to about the 12-yard line, Pruitt made a fine gain from the 28 down to about the 12, and then the ball was fumbled backwards, and Walker recovers it. So Texas gets it right back again. Second fumble, and Oklahoma's lost both of them. Texas with their second offensive possession here in the second half, this time from their own 15-yard line. Boy, this is a hard-fought defensive struggle. Oklahoma on defense now again as Texas. Alan Lowry calls his team up the line of scrimmage. Lowry throws a pass in the flat to Moore, and he's catching it at the 22 and going out of bounds at the 28-yard line as Larry Roach drove him out on the far side. So that's enough for the first down plus a few yards change, as they got 13 yards on the pass play from the 15 up to the 28. And that's been the most successful offensive weapon for Texas today, the flat pass. The 12th first down for Texas. They have the ball at their own 28-yard line. 10:26 to go in the third period. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Texas has Lonnie Bennett in the slot to the left. Pat Kelly now has split into the left. Handoff goes to fullback. Roosevelt leaks up the middle. 40, 44-yard line, 45-yard line. Roosevelt leaks blasting over left guard. A Texas player is injured back at the 30. That was a gain from the 28 to the 45, a 17-yard pickup. The 13th first down for Texas, 1st and 10 at their own 45, and we have a timeout on the field, and the score is Oklahoma 3, Texas nothing.
Kerr-McGee has service stations from Texas.
1st and 10, Lonnie Bennett and Pat Kelly come to the left as wide receivers for Texas from the Texas 45. Alan Lowry gives to Leaks, big hole again, 50, 45, 40, 35, fumble, and still fumble, but wait a moment, he may have been down before he fumbled. Kenneth Pope had the loose ball, but the official had blown his whistle and said the fumble occurred after Roosevelt Leaks was down. It was a 20-yard pickup from the Texas 45 to the Oklahoma 35, the 14th first down for the Longhorns. And Leaks was hit and tackled, and the ball jarred loose, but the official said the whistle had blown. So Texas has not even had to go to a second down in this drive, as they've marched from their own 15 to the Oklahoma 35 in 3 plays. All long gainers. 2 runs and 1 flat pass. Burris and Moore are wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field for Texas from the Oklahoma 35. Lowry gives it to Leaks. Over left guard, there's not much there for him. He'll have about 2 yards from the 35 down to the 33 or 2. It just depends on where they put it. There's a tremendous pile up there with 9:25 to go. In the third period, Oklahoma leading 3-0. Tackled by Selman, Hamilton, and Schultz. And the ball is put at the 32, so give him a 3-yard pickup at the Oklahoma 32. It'll be second down play and 7 for Texas at the Oklahoma 32. The Sooners leading 3-0. Don Burris, the right halfback, goes in the slot to the right. Pat Kelly also wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field for Texas. Alan Lowry is the quarterback. 5-man defense for Oklahoma, 2 linebackers. Lowry, quick pass in the far flat, intercepted by Larry Roach, the cornerback, and he's down immediately at the Oklahoma 28-yard line. Roach stepped in front of Pat Kelly, and that time the flat pass backfired, as Texas has used that successfully, but Roach was alert that time.
I'm sure that Oklahoma's defensive coaches like to see Texas throw the ball, because it means you're doing a good job up front, but the Sooners have been outstanding in intercepting the ball. Rod Schultz picking off that one earlier that we eventually lost, and Larry Roach intercepting it. I have a final score here, Bob. Arkansas defeated Baylor 31-20.
Pruitt and Wiley the halves, and Tim Welch is the fullback. Fake to Welch, gives to Pruitt up the middle. Pruitt goes crossing the 30 up to the 32-yard line. Lost his helmet. He was hit so hard at about the 32. But it'll be a gain of close to 4 yards on the carry for Greg Pruitt. Doug English and Bill Walker making the tackle at the 32 just upfield from it in Oklahoma territory. It's a second down play and a little less than 6 yards to go for Oklahoma with 8 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the Sooners holding on to that precarious 3-0 lead on the 37-yard field goal by Rick Fulcher, which came in the first quarter. Carroll wide right on a second down, less than 6 from the Oklahoma 32.5. Hand off to Tim Welch. He crosses the 35. Good second effort, gets to the 38-yard line or close to it, and is tackled by Bruce Cannon, the outside linebacker on the left side for Texas. And so that will be very close to a first down, but it'll appear to be about a yard shy, as they put it now, at the 37-yard line rather than the 38, as we originally called it. So it's 3rd and a yard for Oklahoma at their own 37. An important third down situation. Tim Welch is the fullback. Wiley and Pruitt are the halves, and Robertson is the quarterback. He's the senior from Garden Grove, California. Carroll splits wide to the right from the Oklahoma 37-yard line. Robertson to Welch, hit hard, but he fights forward and appears to have the first down at about the 39. It depends on where they mark the forward progress. Bill Walker, Doug English on the tackle of Tim Welch, and they unpile, they'll measure it as they put the ball short of that 39. The pileup was in the area of the 39 in Oklahoma territory, but after they unstacked and placed the ball down, it was short of the 39, and so it's going to be very, very close. They bring the chain out from the far side. They will stretch it out, and we'll know in just a few seconds. And Texas has held as it's an inch short. An inch to go for a first down at the 38.5. Robertson, quarterback keeper, fumbled the ball, and Texas may have recovered it. He fumbled the ball on the snap from center and never was able to get started quickly. Now let's see. Robertson fumbled the snap from center. He dove into the line. There was a tremendous pile-up. The Texas players jumped up and down. We thought for a moment they might have recovered it. Let's see what the signal is. Apparently, the Sooners maintained possession because Texas, if they'd recovered a fumble, of course, they would have been signaling for Texas to have the ball. They're going to bring the chain in again, see if he made it. So it'll be close again. Well, this is a big call. This was a fourth down play, so let's see. First down, Oklahoma. The 8th first down for the Sooners, and they have it just short of the 39 in Sooner territory. That was a bit of cardiac, Bill. Especially for Oklahoma fans, with 7:28 to go in the third period. 3-0 Oklahoma leads. They tried for it on a fourth down and an inch and fumbled the snap from center, but made the first down as Oklahoma got the ball back again. So, from the Oklahoma, let's call it 39 to round off for figures. 1st and 10. Dave Robertson gets the snap from center. Fakes to Pruitt. Robertson keeping her on the left side. 43-yard line. Down at the 43 after a pickup of a little more than 4 yards. Bill Rutherford, defensive left end, and Bill Walker making the tackle on Dave Robertson, who kept it around left end after the fake handoff up the middle. At the 43, then, in Oklahoma territory, it'll bring up a second down play, a little less than 6 yards to go. 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Texas playing tenacious defense. Both of these teams probably the best two defensive teams in the country for the wishbone because their offense is running, and they get to see it every day. Here's Robertson, faking to Welch, pitching back to Wiley, sweeping to the right, 45, 50, 45-yard line, and there's a flag dropped, and it may have been holding against Oklahoma. That might be the preliminary signal. Wiley got to the Texas 45 or close to it, and it appeared that Wiley dropped the ball and got it back again. Clipping is the call against John Carroll on the near sideline trying to block for Wiley. And so that will penalize the Sooners from the point of the infraction, which appeared to be about the Texas 49. And will put the ball back at the Oklahoma 36, or in that area. So that gain is erased, and the first down picked up is erased, and it'll still be a second down play. So the net loss from the line of scrimmage, since that was marked off from the point, line of scrimmage was the 43, the ball is down to 36. So it was a loss of 7 yards. It brings up a second down play from the Oklahoma 36, and let's call it 13 yards to go. 2nd and 13 for Oklahoma at their own 36. Here's Robertson, faking to Tim Welch. Back to pass. Pass deflected, but Tim Welch almost caught it anyway at the 44-yard line. He was out there blocking. The pass was deflected by Bill Walker, who stands 5'11". He's a left tackle, and it's 3rd and 13 Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's pass protection has broken down throughout the entire game. The Sooners haven't really gotten off with 1 or 2 passes without somebody stepping in the backfield and knocking them down. A tribute to Texas's fine defensive effort.
The ball is at the Oklahoma 36-yard line, and it's 3rd and 13 for the Sooners. Leading 3-0. Oklahoma is only 2 of 11 passing. 6:27 to go in the third period. Boy, this is quite a football game. Mostly defense. Dave Robertson has his team up from the Oklahoma 36. Gives to Tim Welch at the 40. Welch to the 45, to the 47-yard line, but that will be 2 yards away from a first down as Welch got 11 yards on the carry. Mickey Melanson and Mike Rowan making the tackle on Tim Welch, the fullback from Bowie, Texas. And Welch gets up a little slowly, but apparently is all right. Now it's a 4th down play and 2 for Oklahoma from their own 47. And this time we suspect, as Burgett checks in replacing Robertson, the Sooners will go back in punt formation. The 6th punt of the afternoon for Joe Wiley. With 5:54 to go in the third period, Oklahoma leading 3-0. Pat Padgett is back deep to receive this punt from the toe of Joe Wiley. Snap is back to Wiley, and he puts the toe into it. A good high kick. Sooners have great coverage. Fair catch signal for. Padgett takes it at the 21, and that's where Texas will start. 1st and 10, a 32-yard punt from Joe Wiley. This will be the 3rd Texas offensive possession, and this starts from the Texas 21. Earlier, they had started from their own 24 and their own 15. 1st and 10, Longhorns from their own 21-yard line with 5:39 to go in the third period, and Oklahoma leading 3-0. There is a timeout on the field, and the score is Oklahoma 3, Texas 0.
The Dodgeball.
Quite a ball game it is. At the 21 in Texas territory, 1st and 10 Longhorns. Alan Lowry, the quarterback, gives to Roosevelt Leaks, tries right guard, and will have about 3, maybe 4 yards as he gets to the 24-yard line from the Texas 21. A 3-yard gain there, and it's 2nd down 7 for Texas. Tackling on the play, Derlin Moore and Lucius Selman. Pat Kelly in it split in. He and Jim Moore have been alternating at that position throughout the day, bringing information from Coach Darell Royal. Pat Kelly wide right. Don Burris in the slot to the right. Second and 7 from the Texas 24-yard line. Alan Lowry, the quarterback, gives to Roosevelt Leaks. Big hole on a trap play up the middle. He blasts up to the 30-yard line for a 6-yard carry for Roosevelt Leaks, and it's 30 yard to go for Texas at their own 30. Lucius Selman and John Milstead, as Texas is trapping very well. And then Roosevelt Leaks, the fullback from Brenham, Texas, carrying the ball with a lot of determination. Jim Moore replaces Pat Kelly at split end for Texas. 3rd and a yard to go for the Longhorns at their own 30. This is the first time in this second half that Texas has faced a 3rd down situation. Try to convert it to a 1st down. From the Texas 30, 3rd and a yard to go. Alan Lowry to Roosevelt Leaks. He's hit, but he gets the 1st down as he gets to the 32-yard line. Needed to go to the 31, and now the official runs in there quickly, grabs the football, and puts it very close to the 1st down yard line needed at the 31. And we'll have a measurement. Again, the pileup was a little ahead of where the ball was spotted by the official. So we'll bring the measurement chains in from the east side, which is the far side. 4:26 to go in the 3rd period. Oklahoma leading 3-0 on Rick Fulcher's 37-yard field goal with 6:01 to go in the 1st period. 1st down, Texas. 15th 1st down for the Longhorns. They have the ball at their own 31-yard line. From the Texas 31, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Kelly wide right, Burrisk in the slot to the right. Oklahoma 5-man defensive front. Alan Lowry calls the signals. Seemed to be a busted play. Back to pass. He's hit hard for a loss by Backus behind the line of scrimmage. Lowry was really creamed that time. There appeared to be a busted play as Lowry raised up and looked as though he wanted to hand it to somebody. He dropped back to pass and was blindsided by Gary Backus, who clobbered him at the 27 for a loss of 4. And it brings up 2nd and 14 for Texas from their own 27. And Lowry was stung a little bit on the play, but he's back in the huddle and stays in the game. 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the 3rd period. Oklahoma leading 3-0. Jim Moore, wide right. Julius Whittier, the tight end on the left. Burrisk now goes out in the slot to the right. He's the right halfback out in the slot to the right as a wide receiver. Here is Alan Lowry. Draw play to Leaks. Hit behind the line, and he fights forward, but he can't get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 2 more. Back to the 25. Lucius Selman tackles Roosevelt Leaks at the Texas 25 before he could get off the launching pad. So that puts it back to the 25 and brings up 3rd and 16 for the Texas Longhorns. As the Sooner defense stiffens, Oklahoma now apparently will go with a 3-man rush as a 5th defensive halfback comes in and Vic Kearney comes out. Durwood Keaton. Quick kick is coming up as Texas has a short punt formation. It's blocked by Darell Moore. The ball is in the end zone. Moore goes down, and finally it's recovered by Backus. Touchdown, Oklahoma. I believe it's Selman that recovers the ball. Oklahoma's defense scores a touchdown as Darell Moore blocked the quick kick. And then it was recovered by Lucius Selman in the end zone. Darell Moore ran down there all by his lonesome to try to recover the ball and was so excited he fell on it. The ball squirted out, but Selman was there to make the recovery.
Bob, I don't know what more defense can do for the offense than to score a touchdown for them. Boy, that was a great play, and Texas really had a pretty good idea there coming out in a quick kick formation.
Rick Fulcher will try to add the extra point as the Sooners lead 9-0. Dave Robertson will hold. The ball is down. The kick is in the air. It's good. Timeout on the field, and the score, Oklahoma 10, Texas nothing.
Fidelity Bank.
And this comes with 2:52 to go in the 3rd period, and Oklahoma leading now 10-0 as Fulcher added the extra point. Pat Paget and Lonnie Bennett deep as Fulcher kicks off at the 5-yard line. Paget has it. Paget to the 10, Paget to the 15, to the 20, Paget to the 25, and tackled at the 26 or 7 in that area. A 55-yard kickoff, a 21-yard return. Richard Mildren making the tackle, and the Oklahoma defense gets a tremendous cheer. Listen to that. That was the Okies cheering their defensive unit, which just scored a touchdown moments ago. Texas, let's call it closer to their own 27 as they get everything squared away down there. 1st and 10 Texas from their own 27. The Sooners leading 10-0 with 2:47 to go in the 3rd period. Lonnie Bennett and Moore wide left for the Texas team as wide receivers. Alan Lowry is hit, fumbles the ball, and Burris recovers it for Texas way back at the 18 as Lowry was jarred by Raymond Hamilton from Oklahoma City Douglas. A loss of 8 yards from the 27 back to the 18. Actually, about a 9-yard loss.
I don't know whether that was Lucius or Selman or Raymond Hamlin, but whoever it was undressed him awful fast, Bob, because the minute he got the ball, the Oklahoma defender was on top of him.
And so Texas losing on the play. Back to the 18, 9 yards, brings up 2nd and 19 from their own 18-yard line. Wide receivers, 2 of them out to the left. Hand off to Leach. He's hit by Backus and stopped short of the line of scrimmage for a yard loss. Lucius Selman and Backus in there. I believe it was initially Selman. And the center defense is playing inspired football. That was Selman. We gave credit to Backus, but it was Selman.
Lucius is doing something. He's getting awful aroused because they haven't run a thing the last 2 downs, and he's been in there both times, doing a super job at middle guard.
It's a 3rd down play, and a little more than 19. Durwood Keaton is in as an extra back, 5 defensive backs, a 3-man rush for Oklahoma. From the Texas, let's call it 18, 3rd down play. Back to pass is Allen Lowry, 3-man rush. Screen pass completed behind the line to 13, to the 15, to the 20, and down at the 23-yard line. The pass was completed to tight end Julius Whittier. A gain of 6 yards. Randy Hughes making the tackle, and Texas will be forced to punt from their own 23. 11 of 24 passing for Texas. And back to receive the punt is Joe Wiley. Oklahoma leading 10-0 with 1:08 to go in the 3rd period, as the center defensive unit has just been fantastic after the offense has gotten all the pregame publicity. Back to Lowry goes the snap. Good rush. The kick is in the air. Good, beautiful, long, high kick. Wiley takes it way back at the Oklahoma 20, 25, goes up the 30-yard line, 35, gets away at the 40, 45, 50. He's at the 45. He's at the Texas 40. He's down to the Texas 36-yard line. A 56-yard punt and a 38-yard return. The ball is actually at the Texas 35 now, as they put it. We call it the 36, a 45-yard return for Joe Wiley. And Terry Jackson, now the quarterback for Oklahoma. The Sooners 1st and 10 at the Texas 35, leading 10-0 here with 43 seconds to go in the 3rd period. Terry Jackson to Tim Welch down the middle, across the 30, close to the 29-yard line. Carrying for 5.5 yards on the carry. They'll unpile and spot it at the 30, so give him exactly 5, and bring up a 2nd and 5 for Oklahoma. That was Tim Welch on the carry, the fullback from Bowie, Texas. We have 25 seconds left in the 3rd period. Oklahoma leading Texas 10-0. Here is John Carroll splitting to the right. He's the wide receiver. Terry Jackson gets the snap from center. A mess up in the backfield. Terry Jackson being chased behind the line. Back to 35. He's in trouble at the 31 and will be wrestled down. Gang tackled. With 7 seconds to go in the 3rd period. Back at the 31. So he almost got back to the line of scrimmage. Lost a yard there. And it brings up a 3rd down play for Oklahoma as time expires, ending the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with a score. Oklahoma 10, Texas nothing. Terry Jackson is the quarterback. Gets the snap from center. Hands off to Wiley down the middle. 30 at the 25. He's to the 20-yard line. Joe Wiley carrying to the 20. A pickup of 11 yards and a 1st down for Oklahoma at the Texas 20.
We checked the record a while ago, and Texas has scored in 100 straight football games. They haven't been shut out in 100 games. And the Sooners, if they could shut Texas out, would break the 4th longest streak in the nation.
So Oklahoma with the ball on offense at the Texas 20, 1st and 10 after that gain of 11 yards by Wiley. There's the gift to Welch down the middle. He's to the 15-yard line. Then wrestled back by Glenn Gaspard and Randy Braban. A gain of 5 from the 20 down to the Texas 15 with 14:31 to go in the game. Oklahoma leading 10-0. The defense has sparked Oklahoma as the offense was slumbering throughout the game and finally has been awakened here late in the game, apparently. Carroll wide to the left. He's the wide receiver. Oklahoma with Pruitt and Wiley at the halves. From the Texas 15, 2nd down, 5 yards to go. There's the fake to Welch. Keeping the ball is Jackson down the line of scrimmage. 15, carries it to 10. Jackson out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Terry Jackson run out of bounds by Tommy Keel, the safety, who is from Austin, Texas, a sophomore, 163-pounder. Terry Jackson with great speed carried it from the 15 down to the in-between. Now they move the ball back about a half yard, in between the 5 and 6. Let's call it the 5, since the official statsmen usually call it farthest downfield. So let's put the ball at the 5, although it's just upfield from it. We want to be accurate. 1st and goal to go for the Sooners. That was the 10th 1st down. Terry Jackson gets the snap. Fakes to Welch. Gives to Pruitt. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Greg Pruitt jumped over a fine block by Albert Chandler, who really walled off the defense there, and Joe Wiley got up off that pile too, so apparently he threw a good block, but all Greg had to do was hurdle that bunch, and he was in the end zone. Fine play.
Oklahoma then marched after the Defense stopped Texas cold, 35 yards in 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. The ball is down on the extra point. Fulcher's kick is good. Timeout on the field, and the score is Oklahoma 17, Texas fresh out.
Kerr-McGee gasolines are good for you.
This game, and also perfect in field goals, we might add. Fulcher kicking from right to left as Oklahoma leads 17-0. The scoreboard has 17-9, but I don't think that's right. There's the kickoff. End over end to the goal line. Taken by Lonnie Bennett. He's at the 5. Bennett to the 10. Hit hard and dropped at the 11-yard line. Pete Halfman makes the tackle. Halfman got down quickly on the play and tackled Lonnie Bennett at the 11-yard line. 61-yard kickoff, an 11-yard return, and it's 1st and 10 for Texas at their own 11-yard line. Check the Texas backfield. Alan Lowry, Lonnie Bennett, Don Burrisk, and Roosevelt Leaks. The ends are Julius Whittier and Jim Moore. Moore being the split end. He goes wide left. Lonnie Bennett in the slot left. Texas from their own 11. They haven't been afraid to pass from this area earlier in the game. Alan Lowry hands off to Roosevelt Leaks. Blasts over right guard. Has a couple of yards from the 11 to the 13, maybe the 14. Lucius Selman making the tackle. 13:47 to go in the game. Oklahoma leading 17-0. They put the ball at the 13, so a 2-yard gain for Roosevelt Leaks, and it's 2nd down and 8 yards to go for Texas from their own 13. The ends are Julius Whittier and Pat Kelly, or rather, Pat Kelly in there now, split in. And Kelly goes to the left, which is the short side of the field. Lonnie Bennett in the slot to the left. 2nd and 8 for Texas from their own 13. And Lowry's hit behind the line, spins away, goes to his right, cuts the field to 15. He's hit the 17 and dropped it about the 17 or 16 by John Milstead, who finally corralled him. Alan Lowry got away from plenty of trouble back there. Derlin Moore had him but couldn't quite hold on. Lowry spun away and came up to the 17-yard line, so he ends up getting 4 yards on that carry, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for Texas from their own 17. With 13 minutes to go in the game, and Oklahoma leading 17-0. So this is a big play for Texas on 3rd down and 4. Lonnie Bennett and Jim Moore wide left. Whittier, the tight end on the right from the Texas 17. Alan Lowry down the line of scrimmage, looks up, throws the pass, intercepted at the 30-yard line. That's Ruster at the 20-yard line, out of bounds at the Texas 15-yard line. Dan Ruster intercepting the pass.
That's what you want on defense. You want the other team behind 17 points where they've got to throw the football. You know they're going to throw it, and Dan Ruster was right there ready to pick it off.
It looked as though they had double coverage on the would-be receiver, Don Burrisk, who came out of the backfield. Oklahoma then at the Texas 15 after the pass interception. And once again, the defense gives the offense fantastic field position. As Oklahoma has it at the Texas 15, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Kerry Jackson, the quarterback, down the line of scrimmage to his right. Jackson pitches the ball back. Wiley fumbles it and gets it back and is driven out of bounds for a loss. And a flag is dropped. 2 flags are down. The play ended at the 18-yard line for a 3-yard loss as the tackle was made by that man again, Mickey Melanson, the cornerback, and clipping rather. Clipping is the signal against Oklahoma. So with 12:34 to go in the game, Oklahoma leading 17-0. Not only was Wiley thrown for a loss, but a clipping penalty results, and that's marked up from the point of the infraction, which appears to be the 17-yard line. So that will move it 15 yards upfield to 32 and bring up a 1st down play for Oklahoma. And from the Texas 32, they will need to go down to the Texas 5 for the 1st down if it's as we have called it. It'll be in the area of the 30 or 32, depending upon the point of the infraction. Oklahoma breaks huddle. Carroll comes to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Kerry Jackson is the quarterback. Jackson fakes to Welch. Jackson's back to pass. Jackson throws for Carroll in the end zone. Blocked away. Incomplete. Melanson. And John Carroll banged into the restraining wall on the near side, but he's up on his feet. Incompleted pass as it was in the end zone, but being covered extremely well by Adrian Ford and Mickey Melanson. Tinker Owens is coming in for Oklahoma in place of John Carroll at split in. Carroll possibly just a little bit shaken up, although not anything serious at all. It's 2nd down play and 24 for Oklahoma at the Texas 29-yard line. They started after the interception at the Texas 15, but a penalty put them back at the Texas 29. 2nd down, 24. Kerry Jackson gets the snap from center, fakes the handoff down the middle. Jackson back to pass, looks to throw the screen pass, throws it. Pruitt gets it. He's tackled immediately way back at the 34-yard line. Talk about a play backfiring. Malcolm Minnick was in the game, and he had that all figured out. He'd been reading somebody's mail, and Pruitt had to fight to catch the screen pass, much less run with it. Minnick made the tackle back at the 34-yard line. So there's a loss from the 29 back to the 34, another 5 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down play from the Texas 34. and 29 yards to go. Carroll's back in. No, he isn't either. He went in, came back. So Tinker Owens still in, a wide receiver. Here's Kerry Jackson, faking to Tim Welch. Looking for Tinker Owens, fires it way over his head at the 15-yard line. Tinker Owens was open, but the pass way over his head. It's 4th down and 29 for Oklahoma at the Texas 34. So the Sooners have gotten a taste of Texas defense and their own mistakes this time as the defense gave Oklahoma the ball at the 15, and Oklahoma ends up at the Texas 34 with a 4th and 29. Rick Fulcher will be in to try a field goal apparently, and this will be a 51-yard field goal attempt. 11:45 to go in the game. Oklahoma leading 17-0. Holding will be Kerry Jackson. Not much of an angle, slight angle to the left. The ball is down. Here's the kick by Fulcher, and it's short. And Texas takes over at their own 20, stopping Oklahoma after the offense had the ball 1st and 10 at the Texas 15. So Texas, with their 6th offensive possession here in the second half, at their own 20-yard line, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Oklahoma leading 17-0 with 11:40 to go in the game. And we have a timeout on the field. The score is Oklahoma 17, Texas nothing. After the defense held Texas. And it's 1st and 10 Texas from their own 20. Landry in there along with Moore wide to the right. Alan Lowry's back to pass. He's hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Vic Kearney, defensive right end, clobbered the quarterback, Alan Lowry, just as he threw the ball. 11 of 26 passing, and the Oklahoma defense has been fantastic. 2nd down 10 for Texas at their own 20-yard line.
People may wonder what's wrong with OU's offense. Well, there's really no mystery to it. It's just Texas's defense. They've played a wonderful game, and then when OU's offense does have the opportunity, they've killed themselves with mistakes.
Texas 2nd down and 10 yards to go from their own 20. Tommy Landry and Pat Kelly wide to the right. Alan Lowry is the quarterback. He takes the snap, throws a short pass, complete. Landry at the 28, goes to the 30, the 32-yard line, and then is downed at about the 33 by Randy Hughes. It'll be a pickup of 13 yards and a 1st down for Texas. The 16th 1st down of the game for the Texas Longhorns at their own 33-yard line. With 11:29 to go in the game, 12 of 27 passing for Alan Lowry. Jim Moore back in at split end, replacing Pat Kelly. They substitute back and forth throughout, as we mentioned. Lonnie Bennett goes in the slot to the left. Jim Moore goes wide to the left. The tight end is Rick Davis on the right from the Texas 33, 1st and 10. Lowry gives to Roosevelt Leaks. He's up to the 35 and then pushed back. He may have gotten a little far forward of the 35. Let's see where they spot the ball with 11:03 to go in the game. Oklahoma leading 17-0. Put it at the 36 or closer to it. 3-yard gain for Roosevelt Leaks, tackled by Selman and Milstead. 2nd down play, 7 yards to go for the Longhorns at, let's call it their own 36-yard line. Bruce Hebert replaces Don Crossland, left guard on the offense for the Texas line. Pat Kelly, wide left, along with Lonnie Bennett from the Texas 36-yard line. 2nd down 7. Lowry down the line of scrimmage. He's hit. He fumbles, and there's a pileup. Texas maintains possession, recovering their own fumble at about the 34. Vic Kearney hit Alan Lowry, and that caused the fumble. Lowry, however, got it back, but he lost a couple of yards in the process, so that'll bring up a 3rd down play and 9 for Texas at their own 34. Rod Schote limping just a bit, but he stays in there. Kearney comes out, and Durwood Keaton in, so Oklahoma will have only a 3-man rush.
A quick score, Oklahoma State 32, VPI 34, so Virginia Tech defeats Oklahoma State.
Texas with a 3rd down play and 9 from their own 34-yard line. Lowry goes straight back to pass, only a 3-man rush. Looks upfield, throws, complete at the 41. Getting away from 2 tacklers, goes to the 45, and goes up to the 48-yard line, and a flag is dropped on the field after the tackle was made. So let's read the flag. That was a determined run after he caught the pass. Pass was up to Tommy Landry. He appeared to be down short of the 1st down at the 41, got away, and clipping is now called against Texas. And Oklahoma will take that penalty because that will erase the 1st down, which had been picked up. The 2nd penalty for Texas with 9:46 to go in the game. 15 yards marked off against the Longhorns, and that'll bring up a 3rd down once again. So the net loss was 2 yards. The line of scrimmage when that play started was the 34, and after the penalty is marked off from the point of the infraction, it puts it back to the 32. So it brings up a 3rd down play and 11 for Texas from their own 32 and erase that last pass play and determined run by Tommy Landry. Texas breaks their huddle. Jim Moore comes wide to the right. The wishbone tee intact this time for the Longhorns. from their own 32-yard line. Oklahoma still with only a 3-man rush. Here is Alan Lowry back to pass. He's looking. He's throwing upfield, and a diving catch. No good. He trapped it at the Oklahoma 48. It was Jim Moore who dove for it. A diving catch, but he trapped it. The official said it was right on top of it, and it goes incomplete. That could have gone either way. Randy Hughes and Dan Ruster were defending. 12 of 28 passing for Texas, and now it's a 4th down and 11 for Texas from their own 32. And Wiley goes back to receive the punt. The 4th regular punt for Alan Lowry. That one quick kick which was blocked, we're not counting in that. Snap is back. Rush is on. Almost blocked, but the kick has gotten away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at the Oklahoma 37-yard line by Kenneth Hope. A 32-yard punt by Lowry, and the Oklahoma offensive unit goes in with Dave Robertson at quarterback, Burgett and Pruitt at the halves, and Welch at fullback. At the Oklahoma 37, it'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go. The Sooners leading 17-0 with 9:25 to go in the game. Oklahoma with their 6th offensive possession here in the second half, starting from their own 37-yard line. Dave Robertson gets the snap from center, fakes to Welch, gives to Burgett. Burgett hit hard as he reaches the 39, pushed back as he veered off to his right. Burgett was tackled initially by Glenn Gaspard, and a gain of 2 from the 37 to the Oklahoma 39 will bring up a 2nd down play and 8 yards to go. 9 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the game. 17-0. Oklahoma leads Texas. The Sooners part of this game as far as Oklahoma is concerned. Robertson up to the line of scrimmage. Texas with a loose 5-man defense. The fake to Tim Welch. Robertson down the line, pitching back to Pruitt. 40, 45. He's at the 50, and Pruitt's to the Texas 47-yard line, maybe the 46 before he's tackled by Mickey Melanson and Tommy Keel.
That's about the closest Greg Pruitt has come to breaking one here, and he's just itching to get loose, Bob, and almost did right there.
So the gain went from the 39 in Oklahoma territory to the Texas 46, and that's exactly 15 yards. The 12th first down for Oklahoma. They have the ball at the Texas 46-yard line. Sooners out of the huddle quickly. Carroll wide to the right, which is the wide side of the field. 5-man Texas line. Fake to Welch. Give to Pruitt down the middle. Ooh, he's hit hard as he reaches the 43-yard line. Tackled by Bill Walker, Randy Braband, and Glenn Gaspard. But he gained 3 yards on the carry from the 46 down to the 43, and it's 2nd down play and 7 for Oklahoma.
Bob, they say those white uniforms make those players look a lot bigger, but I sure hope that's what it is, because that's the biggest looking front defensive unit that Texas has got I've seen this year.
Well, the weights on those linemen are 220, 230, 238, and 200. That's pretty big. 2nd down play and 7 from the Texas 43. Handoff on a trap play to Pruitt. He's pushed back hard after he got close to the 41 for a 2-yard gain. Pruitt was nailed by Glenn Gaspard to try to go down the middle. So it's a 3rd down play from the Texas 41 and 5 yards to go. 3rd and 5 with 7 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in the game. And Oklahoma leading 17-0. Oklahoma's Pruitt has carried 11 times for 83 yards. Wishbone T, of course, as Oklahoma comes up on a 3rd and 5 from the Texas 41. Robertson fakes to Welch down the line, pitching to Burgett, sweeping to the right. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. Easily has the 1st down as Burgett runs with determination and gets to the 32-yard line, 33. Tackled by Mike Washington over left tackle, and he gets down close to the 5-yard line. Joe Washington, the freshman, got the handoff and went over left tackle. Malcolm Minix and Tommy Lee making the tackle. They'll spot it at the 6. He got 2 on the carry. So it's 3rd and about 3 for Oklahoma, a little less than 3 at the Texas 6. With 6:09 to go in the game. Tommy Lee is out, and Gary Yeoman is in. University coach and playing for Texas. Bill Yeoman is that Houston coach. There is the pitch back to Burgett, hit behind the line and tackle for a loss on a super play by Gary Yeoman, the lad about whom we were just talking. He just checked in a linebacker. He crashed in. Burgett got the pitch back from Robertson, tried to sweep right, and was tackled behind the line, back close to the 12-yard line. So a loss of about 6, and it's 4th down for Oklahoma, and Rick Bolcher in the game to try a field goal. This will be his 3rd try. He hit the first one, which was a 37-yarder, and missed the second one from 51 yards away. This will be a 29-yard field goal attempt, and no angle. Holding will be Robertson. The ball is down. The kick is in the air. It looks good. It is good. Timeout on the field, and the score is Oklahoma 20, Texas nothing. 20-0. Oklahoma leads. And we're waiting the official to give the signal for the kickoff, and here we go. Rick Bolcher approaches the ball and gets a good leg into it. Drives Bennett to the end zone, or Paget, 2 yards deep. He brings it out 5, 10, 15, just about the 20-yard line. He's tackled. 60-yard kickoff. Richard Mildren tackled him at the 20, so he could have gotten the same thing by touching it down, but it wouldn't have been near as exciting. Pete Halfman has been getting down there well on every one of those kickoffs. Texas has an injured player, Lonnie Bennett, slow in getting up. Paget is the one that carried on that return, but Bennett was up there blocking for him. And Lonnie Bennett now being helped to his feet as Texas will have a 1st and 10 on their 7th offensive possession of the day from their own 20-yard line. Oklahoma leading 20-0 with 5:10 to go in the ball game. Texas came into the game undefeated, ranked either 10th or 11th, depending upon which poll you looked at. Backfield is Lowry. Don Ely is now in at left half in place of Bennett, who is being helped off the field. Don Burrisk at right halfback, and Roosevelt Leaks is the fullback. Burrisk and wide receiver Jim Moore are wide to the right. The tight end is Julius Whittier on the left. Oklahoma with a 4-man front, or 5-man front, but it's playing very loose, anticipating pass. Back to pass as Lowry throws upfield, complete at the 30, fumble, and Oklahoma recovers it, but it was an incompleted forward pass. They called it an incompleted forward pass as the receiver, I believe Julius Whittier, the tight end, caught it at the 30, was belted hard by Kenneth Pope. Ball jarred loose and Oklahoma fell on it, but the official says incompleted forward pass. 12 of 29 passing for Lowry. And it's 2nd and 10 Texas from their own 20 as all of that excitement is erased from the board. Burris goes out. Tommy Landry back in at right halfback. So it's Ely and Landry the halves for Texas. Tommy Landry in the slot to the right. Jim Moore also wide right. 2nd and 10 Texas from their own 20-yard line. Alan Lowry fakes the Leaks, pitches it back. It's fumbled. It's loose in the backfield. It's in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense recovers in the end zone for a touchdown. Darell Moore has it. So Oklahoma's defense scores their 2nd touchdown of the day as Darell Moore recovers it in the end zone. As Gary Backus, I believe it was, tipped the attempted pitch back. John?
That's what I was going to say, Bob. It appears that Gary got back there and knocked back the pitch back, and man, this defense has been something else today.
So the defense has scored 2 touchdowns. The offense has scored 1 touchdown and 2 field goals for Oklahoma. And the Sooners lead 26-0. And here comes the extra point attempt as Dave Robertson will hold, and Rick Fulcher will kick. Boy, what excitement. The ball is down. The kick is in the air, and it's good. There's timeout on the field, and the score, Oklahoma 27 and Texas nothing.
Oklahoma City.
The Oklahoma fans here at the Cotton Bowl send up the cheer. We're number 1 as we're anticipating the kickoff now. Pat Paget is back deep along with Pat Kelly to receive the kickoff from Rick Fulcher after Fulcher added his 3rd extra point of the day. And here is the kickoff, this time a little shorter. Paget waits for it at the 3-yard line. He's at the 5, up the middle of the 10, leaps over one tackler at the 20, crosses the 25, and down at the 26-yard line. Tackled on the play by Durwood Keaton. Let's pause now for station identification. This is the Sooner Football Network.
Those Sunday morning scores, A.
Texas has a new quarterback, Marty Akins, in there. He's the freshman. Landry is wide right along with Jim Moore. Marty Akins, the freshman quarterback, drops straight back to pass on first down. Being rushed, he's hit, and dropped for a loss at the 19-yard line. Raymond Hamilton broke through to make the tackle at the 19. So a loss from the 26 back to the 19 as all of the receivers were covered. With 4:31 to go in the game, Oklahoma leading 27-0. John Keith, what do you have to say about that?
Before the game, Chuck Fairbanks was talking about Texas's great offensive line, which they do have, which is twice the credit to OU's defense because they whipped the offensive line time and again this afternoon.
From the Texas 19, 2nd and 17 after that loss. Landry wide right in the slot, as is Pat Kelly. Marty Aiken is the quarterback. And there's movement along the line of scrimmage. And it was Bill Wyman who jumped first. Texas, I believe, guilty of illegal procedure. And that so often happens when you have a young quarterback in there that possibly has not worked with the first unit a great deal. 4th penalty against the Longhorns for 49 yards total. And that will put the ball back from the 19 back to the 14-yard line. As Oklahoma goes to a 3-man rush here on a 2nd and 23 from the Texas 14. Landry and Moore are wide right. Marty Aiken is the quarterback. He gets the snap, draw play, and Roosevelt Leaks hit behind the line and tackle for a loss. Selman and Moore, Lucius Selman and Darell Moore making the tackle at the 11-yard line. So a loss from the 14 back to the 11. 3 more yards tacked on to that loss, and it brings up Texas with a 3rd down play and 26. And let's check with Gary Jarman on the rushing total for Texas today. 68 yards, Gary tells me, for Texas in the game today. 237 yards rushing for Oklahoma. Texas at their own 11-yard line. 3rd and 26. Landry and Kelly wide right. Here is Marty Aiken rolling to his right to pass, decides to run. At the 10, he's hit at the 14 and dumped at about the 15-yard line. Raymond Hamilton and Lucius Selman, who is extremely fast, at nose guard, came out wide left and made the tackle. Dave Smith also in on that.
Lucius Selman also showed that not only is he quick in the middle, but he can run to the outside. And I believe we have an injury here, Bob. Raymond Hamilton's limping off the field, but he's coming under his own steam. Let's hope he's going to be all right.
Texas gained on the play 4 yards to the 15-yard line. It's a 4th down play for Texas. And 21 yards to go. And back to punt the ball will be Alan Lowry. Joe Washington back to receive in this kicking situation for Oklahoma with 2:32 to go in the game, and Oklahoma leading 27-0. The snap is back, and here is the kick. Gotten away. Joe Washington waits for it, takes it at the Oklahoma 45, goes to his right. He tries to cut the corner, can't get around, and crosses the 45, goes to the 47-yard line in Oklahoma territory, returned it about 2 yards as Texas pursued well on the outside, and Oklahoma will be 1st down and 10 yards to go at about their own 47-yard line. Listen to the hand for the Sooner defensive unit. A 40-yard punt. About a 2-yard return, as we mentioned. Oklahoma 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line, leading in this game by a score of 27-0 with 2:18 to go in the game. Dave Robertson is the quarterback. It's Welch, Burgett, and Washington on that backfield. Hand off to Washington over right guard, crosses the 50-yard line just barely, and then is racked up there by Bill Walker and Jay Arnold with Sherman Lee helping out. So the gain for Joe Washington, the freshman from Port Arthur, Texas, from the Oklahoma 47 to the Texas 49-yard line. The clock is running with 2 minutes now to go in the game. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning for the celebration, that is. At the Texas 49-yard line, 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Here's Robertson faking the handoff to his fullback, pitching to Washington, who has to leave his feet to catch the pitch out and is tackled by self-tackleization back at the Oklahoma 48-yard line for a loss of 3 yards. So that'll bring up a 3rd down play for Oklahoma, and let's call it 9 yards to go. 3rd and 9 from the Oklahoma 48 with a minute 29, now 28 seconds to go in the game. Oklahoma leading at 27-0 as the Sooner defensive unit stops the Texas streak. What was that, John, of
100 straight games, Bob.
100 straight games in which a Texas team had scored. That's not in this series, of course. That's consecutive games. Robertson gives to Welch, crosses the 50, gets to the Texas 48 for a pickup of 4, and it brings up a 4th down play and 5 for Oklahoma with a minute 3 to go in the game. Joe Wiley comes in to do the punting chores for Oklahoma. This will be the 7th punt of the day for Wiley. Oklahoma's defensive unit has been fantastic. Sherman Lee a bit shaken up for Texas, and a timeout is called on the officials while Lee leaves the ball game. He's replaced in there by Tommy Lee, no relation. And Oklahoma now, we're rolling the clock again with 50 seconds to go in the game. And Oklahoma leading 27-0 with Wiley going back to punt the ball on a 4th down play from the Texas 48 and 5 yards to go. Pat Padgett is back to receive the punt, standing at the Texas 10-yard line. There's the snap back in good shape to Wiley, has plenty of time, kicks it very, very high, giving great coverage. Fair catch signal for it, hits at the 11-yard line, and will be killed by Joe Washington at the 12-yard line. So Texas, 1st and 10 from their own 12 after the 33-yard punt.
Bob, Joe almost kicked that thing over the Goodyear blimp that's hanging over the press box here, and of course that's the way you want it. You want the punter to kick the ball high and give the coverage plenty of time to get downfield, and he's done that all day. He's done a great job of punting.
Oklahoma has many of their substitutes in on defense now, and we'll try to pick those up for you. Pat Hussey in at the cornerback spot on the left side for Oklahoma. Pick up his number. Durwood Keaton in there at cornerback. Dewey Selman in along the line, along with Dennis Buchanan in at tackle defensively. Texas from their own 12, 1st and 10. Wide to the left is Don Ely and Jim Moore for Texas. Quarterback is Marty Aiken. Aiken drops straight back to pass, rolls a little to his left, throws upfield, complete at the Texas 29, 30, 36-yard line. That was Jim Moore who caught the pass and did a good job running it, gets to the 36. 24-yard gain with 17 seconds to go in the game. Ron Waters from Oklahoma City, John Marshall making the tackle. 13 of 30 passing for Texas. The 17 first down. 13 of 30 passing for Texas. There we got it right. And Texas 1st and 10 at their own 36. Marty Akins with 10 seconds to go in the game. Back to pass. Pretty good protection. Throws upfield. Intercepted by Hoffman at the 45 in Texas territory to the 40. Hoffman down at the 40 and time runs out, ending the game. Wayne Hoffman, Fire Oklahoma, makes the interception, and that's typical. That's the way the game should end, at least. The Oklahoma defense being outstanding throughout. That's the end of today's game with a final score, Oklahoma 27, Texas nothing. We'll be back with a wrap-up of today's game in just 1 minute.